Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Tuesday unscheduled stream. I'm your friend Cornnut, and I've got with me special guest Buckwheat. He is a well-respected player in the Eternal community, builds a lot of really awesome decks, and he's agreed to come on and spend some time with myself and you guys. And we're gonna put together an event deck and just give it a run, see what we can do. I'm gonna pick his brain on some of the way some of the cards works and why he picks ones over others and just have a little fun and hopefully make it educational for those of you later that might build an event deck or are curious why choices are made on certain cards. This might be insightful for you. So, Buckwheat, how you doing today, brother?
Oh, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on this afternoon. I just had lunch. Feel ready for this. Let's get going.
Awesome. All right, so we've jumped into the event right now. I've got. Let me go back to the main page here. Yeah, I know I got a bunch of stuff. So we've opened the first 8 packs that you get, plus 2 more. So we're into 12 packs right now out of the event. And so we've got a lot of the card pool to play from. I've already lost 2. The very opening day, I built a deck and did not do so well. And so we're just going to dive into it here and start crafting. You take the reins on this one, Buckwheat. You tell me how you want to do it or what your best practice is, and then we'll kind of go through it from there.
All right. So whenever I approach limited or sealed in draft, I, along with all the other theories, like cabs, like bread, and the color pie, the fixing, the mana curve. The way I have the personal theory I have, and I have written about this before years ago, is I evaluate each limited deck on 3 axes. I evaluate a deck based on its power, which is just the power level of the cards in the deck. Consistency, which is how well a deck could deploy its power. And flexibility, which I define as the ability for the deck to handle or cope with opposing strategies. So a deck with all high-powered cards, but they're all 4-drops, not going to do too well because you have no consistency and very little flexibility. A deck with all removal, even if they are premium removal, is not good because you have no consistency.
Yeah,
Because
no way to do
removal,
damage.
yeah, you only have removal. You have no because removal is inherently inconsistent. They require a target, and if your opponent doesn't play the right target, your removal just is not a card that you can even play. So that deck would have no consistency. It will have plenty of flexibility and plenty of power, but it's not going to win. So the best limited deck isn't necessarily the one with the most bombs, unless you're playing a format where that is just the number of bombs you have determines the draft, which isn't this format. So we don't have to worry about that. So instead of trying to find the strongest deck, I think of limited as trying to find a deck with the fewest weaknesses out of those 3 areas. You want a deck to be powerful, reasonably consistent, and reasonably flexible. Instead of excelling at 1 out of those 3 areas, or even 2 out of those 3 areas at the expense of the others. With that all said, the first thing I'd like to look at in a draft, or in a sealed pool, I think that would apply more, is your fixing. I want to first establish which colors you can afford to play, which color combinations you can afford to play, how many mana symbols, how many pips you can afford to run. I see that you got a Seek Power here.
Yep.
Would it be? Oh, I don't think it'll be possible to export your entire sealed pool. I think you have to do multiple exports.
Yeah, I think I would have to do that. There's no nice way to do that. I can put it all into one deck, I suppose. Like just put every single card into this, and then I could export it that way. I think.
Yeah, you can put every card in this deck, export it, put do a second deck with the remaining cards, export that. I think on Eternal Warcry you can combine those, but instead of doing that, because I don't usually go that far when I build my decks, let's just go through the list.
Okay.
So
do you want to look at the power first?
Yeah, I want to look at what fixing you have. I see that you have a Seek Power. I know you just opened Conclave. You have banners you have 2 Xenon banners.
Yeah.
You have 1 Huru banner. You have Okay, a banner and a tome, the two Xenon fixing sources. A banner in green blue, a banner in green purple. You have Combray Adept, which is fixing. Well, it gets your second pip of time and or justice, and that's pretty much all the fixing you have. So okay, so that's something we've established. You have two sources of what I call rainbow fixing, just fixing that you can turn into any color,
Yeah.
and you have two duals if you are both yellow and purple. You have two duals. Well, you have a dual in in each of those two combinations as well. So the next thing I'd like to do is look at each of your colors for just go through a list of your cards. So let's start from the start.
Okay.
So for fire, the potential playables, I do not consider point blank a playable. I know it goes into some decks if you're
Oh,
desperate for
yeah.
playable.
I don't care for that.
Yeah. Pummel, okay. So the next thing I'd like to do is list just the number of playables in each deck. So this is something you can actually add to the deck as we go along.
Okay,
So
so just add the cards you shout out.
yep. So
Okay.
Pummel, add that. Deuces Wild, I do not want to add. You only have two of them. I would only consider playing Deuces Wild if I had three of them.
Okay.
If I had four, I would probably play them almost 100% of the time. But I think two is too few. So let's go to the next page.
Are you're not a fan of Breath of the
I'm
Voprex?
I'm only a fan of it if we go very, very fast, which for sealed is harder to do
Okay.
than in draft because your opponent's decks are going to be better quality. They're going to have better curves. Because in draft, a lot of the time, what happens is you draft powerful cards over two drops at the beginning of the draft, and you never get those two drops later. So you end up with a deck that just doesn't have any two drops. And a Breath of Voprex deck is good against that kind of deck. But in sealed, that never happens. Your
Okay.
opponent can always put in those like Felon Strangers uh, and Xenon Strangers and just two mana 1/2s even
Okay.
if they're that desperate for two drops. So I don't consider Breath a good card to play. Okay,
Fair.
so Thrill Seeker is a playable. Rocky Ride is a playable. Let's
Uh,
add those.
oh, Thrill Seeker right here, and then Rocky Ride.
Rock,
Okay, got it.
Rocky Ride. Grenade I don't consider a good card. It only deals 3 damage on the board. Obviously for racing, if you have a lot of tokens,
Yeah,
you are doing well. This is a good card, but
it's
then yeah, three
contingent upon
things.
having tokens.
Yeah,
So
it's not only just contingent but upon having tokens. You have to also be ahead in the race, and your opponent needs to have something that dies to 3 damage. So this card is not even that powerful. It is wildly inconsistent. It requires a very specific board state for you to benefit.
and it's expensive.
Yeah, and for flexibility, it just does the 3 damage, which is fine, which is good. I mean, in sealed, that's not a bad rate. Just the downsides are too great. Anyway, Caleb Gurley Seeker, of course, that's a bomb. So let's put that in the list. Rebel Sharpshooter, yes. Sparkbot, I don't like. I
Yeah,
think
for one
a
four, I
maximum
think it's a little weak to be honest.
a maximum of 2 attack points is just not enough for a 3 drop. Swift Stranger, just a 3/3 charge for 4, which is it's not terrible. For week 1 in sealed, I would consider this a playable. But for week 3, I would not, because people are going to have those 2 mana fixing strangers. Now, if you have a lot of strangers, then sure, you can play it. But for now, I'm going to leave it out.
Okay.
Let's move on to Thunderhoof Warrior, which I do consider a playable. It only comes down as a 3/3, but it does improve your consistency. It only requires a single pip of influence. You can play it anytime it's a unit. So it is consistent, and it gives you a way to spend power late. I think
Yes,
that extra bit of consistency pushes it over just the playable range
I would agree.
of cards. Dustbind, I do not like. Generally, spells with warp rather than units with warp are worse than they look. The reason being consistency. You are essentially the card is balanced as if it draws you a card, but you have to give up that card for the privilege of being able to choose when to play it. So any benefit you gain from adding to the power and the flexibility of your deck you lose from the consistency of not being able to get that card draw whenever you want. So I do
Gotcha.
not like Dustbind, and warp spells in general I rate lower than they would appear.
Yeah, you
Grappling
kind
hook,
of you lose value because it says warp. Like it's a
yeah,
weaker card because you can play it right off the stack.
right. Yeah, well, I mean, if the card didn't have warp, just straight up 5 cost exhaust to an enemy unit, there's actually a 1 cost card that does that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's
So
it's not worth the 5.
it's not worth the extra 4. For 4, you can play a Thunderhoof Warrior. That would be better.
Yeah,
Anyway,
for sure.
grappling hook is a playable. Not like I'm not like 100% thrilled to be playing grappling hook, but it's a card.
Yeah,
So
it's not a bad weapon. It's not great value, but the fact
yeah,
that you can slap that on somebody with taunt, you might get a kill out of it.
yeah. Hellfire Rifle, I like to consider the first one a playable, but I would rarely ever play 2. The only time I play 2 Hellfire Rifles is, well, number 1, if I'm desperate for playables, or if I have like 7 guys with double damage in my deck. Uh,
Ah, yeah.
yeah. So let's put 1 Hellfire Rifle in the pool.
All right.
Right. Riot Flame, I consider the first one playable. It's an excellent racing card. In draft, this card has won me a lot of games. It's lost me a lot of games when I face it. But I would never want to draw a second one.
I
I
gotcha.
don't think I have ever played a game of draft or sealed where I wish I had a second Riot Flame. Um,
Fair.
but I have played a lot of games where I wish I'd drawn my 1 Riot Flame. Okay, so Burning Glaive, I just think is too expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. For 7, I need that to do something more than just be a weapon.
Yeah, so if we go back and evaluate this card based on my 3 criteria, it is not very powerful. For 7, you expect more than this, more than 8 points of stats, even though it's distributed pretty fairly. I mean, the 5 points of attack does have charge, but consistency is not the greatest. I mean, turn 7, you usually have a unit out. But the thing about that is, if your unit is not the right one on turn 7, you're not going to be able to attack through even with this weapon. It might just not be the uh, the the kind of stats you need to get through something. It has no battle skills. It gets 2 for 1 by removal, which is a concern by turn 7s. The opponent's probably strong some sort of removal by then.
Yeah.
So, and for flexibility, it does nothing. It doesn't give you flying, it doesn't help you block better, doesn't gain you life, doesn't answer anything. So it's just not a good card. All
One
right.
way that I look at criteria for when I'm trying to build a deck, like if I got stuck and I top decked this, would I be happy to see it? And if I top deck Burning Glaive on turn 7 when I've got very limited board state, I'd be pissed. Like that's just
Right.
lose a turn. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You'd rather get a Hellfire Rifle, at least you pull
Yes.
closer in the race.
That's right. Exactly.
You'd rather have Dustbind so you can know. But
Yeah, I'd rather have damn near anything else we've talked about before this. Like,
all right. So for red, it doesn't look like you have much, but let's take note of this. You have 9 playables. I would say one of which is premium, Caleb Glory Seeker, and one of them is very good, being Rocky Ride. The rest of them are just kind of filler. I know Rebel Sharpshooter is a bit better than a filler, but you're not 100% thrilled. I mean,
no.
I guess if you have like 7 Hellfire rifles and you want to put them on your Rebel Sharpshooter, then that's a different idea. But you have 1 Hellfire rifle. Well, you have 2, but
no, it just like it's too conditional. If we had a pair of Rebel Sharpshooters, I would be willing to maybe lean into that a little more heavily because statistically you're going to have it more often. But just one, I mean, that's 1 out of 45. We might see Rebel Sharpshooter 1 or maybe 2 times over the course of 5 or 6 games. You know.
Yeah. So what I would like to do at this point is, because I'm done examining my red cards, and in real life I would not go this slowly. In real life, I'd probably be done examining all my cards by now. But because we're talking through this, what I do is I pull up a notepad, I write down fire, I write down the number 9, and then I write in brackets the number 2, which means in fire I have 9 playables, 2 of which are premium, 2 of which I'd really like to play. So.
And I'm writing that down on a notepad, so we're in good shape.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to our next color. You can remove these cards from your pool. Next color, Time. Stone Skin, very good combat trick. For one, it's like finest hour, but
Yeah.
not quite.
No,
But it is
it's not
it.
bad. I mean,
Yeah,
it allows you to get a kill for one, and it depending on if you've got some guys with a bigger butt, you can really make them pretty strong.
yeah. The thing I would like to point out, because this is actually the first combat trick we looked at this um, no, today. Its combat tricks are the least consistent kind of card in limited. Combat tricks require you to have a unit, requires them to have a unit, requires both of the units to be ready, requires one of the two players to attack into the other, and they have to not expect your combat trick. If you know exactly what someone has, um, it's really I wouldn't say it's really easy to play around combat tricks. Sometimes you just don't have a play around it. Um, but combat tricks are inconsistent because they need you to have a unit, they need them to have a unit, they need the units to be attacking into each other. And on top of all that, not every trick helps with every combat.
Right.
If you only got harness throat seekers out, your stone skin's not going to be too good. Um,
True.
so combat tricks are usually powerful. They are good for their cost when they connect. They are flexible. They are a form of answer. Not they don't add as much flexibility to your deck as just straight up removal, but they are flexible. They're just very inconsistent. The
Right.
corollary of that being you should value combat tricks up until a certain point. You shouldn't have 12 combat tricks in your deck, but you would gladly have 12 um, just units in your deck, or 12 even 12 removal spells in your deck. That might be too many, but not as bad as 12 combat tricks.
Right.
Combat tricks are um,
I mean, they
you should
require a unit to play, so you need to have at
yeah
least enough units to make it work.
yeah. So they
Gotcha.
use put combat tricks in your deck with care. Don't put too many. With that said, it's not like you have 5 stone skins, and so it's not immediately a problem. You just have the one. Zoltan Eldermark, I consider it a playable. So let's put both of them in. The thing about Zoltan Eldermark is it depends largely on how many big butts you have. Right now, we really haven't seen any, but let's just go to the next page. Eldermark is card draw.
Right.
Card draw, usually they're costed fairly, meaning their power level is average. I would say actually just a 3 mana draw two, although a 3 mana draw two is balanced for constructed. So in constructed, you would play a 3 mana draw two in a deck that wants that effect, and it is a fair rate. In draft, although it would appear that something with a fair rate in constructed would be really good in draft, but it's not, because the cards you're going to draw are worse too. Um, Anyway, let's move on. Grumbles Platoon, I love that card. Is a very good card. And Hour of Grodov is probably the best hour, so let's consider that a playable as well. Intruder Alarm has Inscribe. Cards with Inscribe add to your consistency,
Yes.
because they can both be a power and a non-power. In the case of Intruder Alarm, not so much, because you're not going to use the face-up effect of the card. It's just going to be a depleted sigil most of the time. Even then, I would put it in the deck over a sigil, because in limited, your curve is rarely so perfect that you can't afford one depleted power in your curve anywhere. That happens sometimes. If you literally come up with a perfect curve, like 6 or 7 2 drops, 5 or 6 3 drops, 4 4 drops, 3 5, like that happens. You can have a perfect curve, especially in sealed. You can build your deck like that. If you're really lucky, your deck just comes out like that. In that case, you would cut Intruder Alarm for a sigil, but most of the time you would play the Intruder Alarm.
Yeah.
Especially since Shadow now has a lot of discard effects, and Intruder Alarm stops that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that sounds good to me. I don't love this card, but it's
Yeah,
with the way you describe it for the inscribe feature, like 90% of the time we're going to be using that. But should we happen to have it in our hand, and should we happen to have power, and they want us to discard something, we're good. So
yeah. All right, so Averax Familiar is
I
a
love this
dinosaur,
card.
which yeah, it is a good card. So warp units are good. Unlike warp spells, they do not detract from your consistency. because a unit unless you already had one, they play like Fall of the Spire and it's on
Right.
top of your deck, you can't play it. But most of the time, warp units you can find the time to warp it without suffering a big loss of board state. Decay, I do not consider a playable.
Yeah, I don't think it's
It,
very good.
it may be in specific circumstances. I would say if you're a really slow deck that can make use of both half of the effect, you have some sort of life force energy, then sure, Decay, put it in. But that's not us. We're not going to worry about this. Display of Realities is a good card, but it's worse than it looks because it's triple power.
Right.
Normally, you're not going to hit the influence for this until turn 5. On turn 5, even, it's a good card. It's an answer. Um, it's a high power card. I mean, you can use it for pretty much anything.
Yeah,
Well,
it answers a lot of issues. Like
yes,
the fast play Scorpion with Deadly is a bomb. I mean, that's
yeah,
removal for the biggest guy they're going to put out there, and it's cheap. And then
yeah,
the +1/+1 in your hand plus charge is not bad, especially if we could play that on Grumbo's Platoon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep,
drop that. Now we're dangerous, dog. These are coming out cheap and they're big. So that's.
yep,
If I didn't have a pair of Grumbo's Platoon, I would be less thrilled about this. But I think if I was going to play a time deck, I would look at these two and then see that and just like, well, that's how you play it. Like,
yep. So Display of Realities, if we're going to play time, it's going to be in our deck. Um, it remains to be seen whether we even play time, but
right,
just be careful of the 3 influence. It limits your options to the splash. Basically, if you're playing any triple influence cards in your main colors, you can splash 1 fewer pip in general. I'm talking in general. Sometimes
right,
special situations. So you can splash 1 fewer pip of any other color by playing a triple influence color in a triple influence card in your main colors. But the card is powerful. Power level is very high. Um, Consistency, the triple influence takes away from it, but the 3 modes adds from it. So we can call that pretty much a wash. And although it is a spell, it's a card that answers something, it's removal. It's not only removal, so it does not lose points from that. For flexibility, of course, it's very flexible. You can answer so many things with it, solve so many problems. Um,
okay.
anyway, let's move
Well,
on to
it's
the next.
we definitely have established that Display of Realities has got its place in this
Yeah,
deck.
it's
Uh,
good, but just be careful about the triple influence. All right, so Dune Wave. Um,
so for me, when I look at this card, I look at it as being conditional. If I've got
yes,
flyers, I don't need it so much. If I am playing all ground level units and I don't have any flyers, I look to this as my removal. Like that's the only way I can typically handle flyers if I don't have one is with this. And so I kind of that's how I look at it. Like if I don't have any other removal, I look at that and go, this looks like it's going to be what I need. And the fact it has Unleash, if they've got a pair of them and you've got 6 power, you can get rid of both of them, and that's pretty solid.
yep. I would agree with what you say. If we go apply my model of the 3 factors for power, I think it is honestly middling. It's a bit better than mediocre. Why do I say that? Because it's conditional removal for 3, and we have unconditional removal for 4 in what's it called? Lights Out. Um, so conditional for 3 is about that level. The problem is this condition is hard to fulfill.
True.
Um, Not only are there not that many flyers in limited right now, there's even fewer large flyers. A lot of them are tutus. Of course, there's stuff like Wild Cloud Snake that can be a 9/9 if you let it be, but those are rare.
True.
Um,
Okay. So
so
for
I would
now, I'd say
say
we skip it.
I would say we don't skip it. The first one, I would say we put it in and we
Okay.
just consider it a filler. We would readily cut it for room for other cards if we get to that point.
Okay.
Um, okay, what do you think about questioning devotee?
Well, let me read it out to everybody that's watching here. You may put another unit into its owner's hand. That's great. When deals damage, transform it into Mother Zora. Okay, so Mother Zora is busted. To give all of your other units +1/+1 and deadly on your turn is insane. Like that makes it they do not get to trade efficiently. And so the summon is also really good. I mean, if they get somebody that they've had to sack a unit to make it stronger, or there's a handful of different things that if they've played an attachment on it, I think that it is very versatile. But it's I think really like you're playing that to get to Mother Zora. But the hard part is you've got to have a condition to where you can actually swing and make contact to turn it into Mother Zora, and I don't know that we've necessarily got that right now.
All right. I mostly agree with what you said. I think this is a very good card. The bounce effect is more relevant than you might seem. It lets you reuse summon effects, of which is coming right up. Archive Curator, that's something to bounce. You can bounce something, silence something else. Um, for
Oh, put another unit, meaning like we could put our guys.
Yeah,
So if we have a
you
good
can bounce
summon
your own.
ability, that's yeah. I guess I never really considered using it on my side of the field.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I've won games by giving Grumble's Platoon charge with Display of Realities and bouncing it with Questioning the Devotee and playing like three more of them.
oh
Um,
yeah, that's genius. That's for sure.
so
This is very versatile.
So you don't even need the second half of the card to make this good. Of course, it blows up attachments. It holds people back from attacking if they can't answer a 1/1 right away, which happens more than you think. And pings are common in draft, but not having a ping is also common in okay, I keep saying draft. Draft
Yeah,
is
no,
I
sealed.
play more draft. Yeah, sealed.
Event in
Yeah,
event.
in limited.
Yeah.
Um, the second half of the card, the threat is stronger than the execution. When it comes to the second half of the card, it makes people
Right.
play differently. It may well eat a premium removal spell, in which case it's already done its job because it's got a summon effect. So yeah, very good card.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Uh,
Archive Curator,
Flying and
excellent card.
silent. Yeah.
Yep,
There's I think flyers are unreasonably strong in limited format because if they are left unchecked, you get in for free every single turn. And
yep,
so a 1/4 is even better in that regard. Like cuz
yep,
there's a handful of flyers just like the familiar here. It's a 1/2. But there's the other one that's the 2/1 bird and it dies to that one. So you can post that up and basically just sit there and block in the air for a lot of the game, and to be able to silence another unit's busted. That's really
yep,
strong.
yep. So if we go back to, I know I keep coming back to my three axis theory.
Yeah.
Power, well, 1/4 flyer for 4. That's pretty much on rate for draft. It's a bit below rate, but with a summon silence, that makes up for it. For consistency, you can literally just play this anytime. It's very
Yes.
consistent. Single influence on 4, good, consistent. For flexibility, silence is premium in draft. A lot of the time, because in limited, the removal people have is limited. The ground is often clogged up, especially if you're in time. If you're in time, it's I wouldn't say it's trivial to clog up the ground, but it happens a lot. A lot of the time, the ground nobody's getting through the ground, so a lot of the time a silence is as good as a kill. Added that to the fact that you can balance it with Question the Devotee and silence something else. It's
Yeah.
a very good card, just very good. So it checks all three of the axes. I think no time deck cuts this card.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, not unlimited. It's too good.
Yeah,
Um,
bolster, no.
yeah,
Um,
it's too conditional. Like, don't get me wrong. If I had another Grumbo, I might consider it. Like, get a
I I think I don't consider it even then.
really okay.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm not as good as you.
Oh, in limited, who knows? I do not consider myself the best limited player. I
uh,
wrote that article because nobody else did. If
fair enough.
All right.
For those of you
So
guys that are tuning in, we are playing with Buckwheat, and he is one of the more well-respected players in the community. He writes a lot of good write-ups for the decks he posts, and we're going through all the different cards and what I've got available, and he's helping out with that. And so
right.
when he talks about the article that he wrote, if you go check out Buckwheat on Eternal Warcry, you're going to see a lot of decks that he's posted, and the write-ups are phenomenal. So I will link those down in the description here later on, so you guys can go check those out.
All right. Thanks for the shout out. So
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
bolster. If we try to evaluate it on the three criteria, power is low.
It's
Um,
all right. We can just move on. We don't have to justify why it's bad.
okay,
It
yeah,
just
it is
doesn't
bad
work.
because it's okay. So camp physician, what do you think about this card?
Okay, so warp, not bad. 2/2 body, not good. The gain 3 health is not really something that I'm all in for. So
Yeah, I think the card is better than it looks, but it looks pretty bad. It's a filler. I would consider it. I do consider it a playable. Back in the day, we had mining team, which is like this card, except it doesn't gain life, but it scouts, and it's a lot cheaper. And that was considered a very good card. What I want to emphasize is if you gain it just late game, if this is on top of your deck and you play it and all it does is chump block their towering Terrazon, you still came out ahead because you're down no cards and you gain 3 life. So the card is better than it looks. It's not powerful, but it is consistent and it is flexible in that it gains you life. Um, so I do consider this barely a playable.
okay,
So let's add it
we will
and
add it. Um,
next.
so this, like when the enemy player plays a spell, put it back in your hand. That's a little rough, but the fact that we could potentially silent it with the curator makes it like a 5/5 body for 4 is not a
It's
bad
above.
way to go.
It's above rate.
Yes, it's extra value. It's no Sandstorm Titan, but I'll let it slide. um, so I think personally I would probably add it in there just because being in limited, they're probably going to have less spells than they would
Yeah.
particularly. It just chances of it staying on the field are a lot more than you would think.
Yeah. The dream is giving a killer because you just kill it every time. Every time they play a spell, you kill something that they have.
Yeah, that would be dope. Oh yeah, I put it like killer, dink. Oh, play a spell. Hey, we're gonna do it again. Like,
Yeah.
that is the dream. My God, that would be busted.
There's people have played. There have been constructed decks that take advantage of that mechanic. Not gonna say how good it was because we don't see that card like in constructed right now, but people have tried it.
Well, yeah, no, I don't mind that. Um, Stinging Wind, flying on the enemy turn, it's not bad. I'd say that's a middle of the road card. It's
Yes.
nothing incredible, but at the same time, I would probably play it just for the ability to have a blocker.
Yep. Do note that there's already a lot of 4 drops that we have, but
Right.
yep, I would consider this a playable. Um, but it's a filler. You're
Yeah.
not too excited about playing it. Okay, so Graviturgist, it's good, especially because we have a
Grumble.
lot of yeah.
Yeah.
We have Grumble, we have Archive Curator, we have hey, we can bounce Snapping Brush Dog. No,
Yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. We could get out of hand with this.
yeah,
Okay, so yeah, like
yep,
obviously we've got a lot of 4 drops, so we would be making some cuts here, but that's definitely a playable.
yep. Viper's Bite, nope.
Yeah, no, I don't
No.
agree. Not for 4. If it was like 2,
Okay, Awakened Sentinel, very good actually. I really like the
yes.
card.
I think
Because
endurance is very valuable.
yep, and units with warp are good. Now 3/5 for 5 is not good, but
Not good,
the battle skill makes up for it.
for sure.
It's being immune to stun is really relevant against those fast Skycrack decks you see all the time. All right, so we're done going through our time. It looks like we have 18. Actually, we cannot say we have 18 playables until we make sure that we have enough activators for the Zoltan Elder Marks. Right now, we have Rush Stalker, we have Archive Curator, we have Awakened Sentinel and Tower and Terrorzone. We only have 4 cards that activate them. Does that sound right?
I think so. Yeah. So we would. Yeah. Curator.
I
Bush.
would
Bush.
not consider 4 activators to be enough. I would like at least 6 to make that card good. So I would not consider Eldermark playable in this deck.
I agree.
So we have 16 playables in time. And how many of these playables would you be thrilled to play? Would you say are premium that you're never cutting?
So I regardless if it's a common or not, I think Towering Terrazon is. I hate when that card gets played against me. That always it's just big. It's a big body that's hard to deal with.
Yep.
So I would say I've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, depending. Like Grumbo's not amazing, but we've got a few things that could spice it up quite a lot.
Yeah, I would actually say there's seven,
7.
because
Okay.
in here I'm never cutting Stone Skin. I'm
Okay.
never cutting either of the platoons. I'm not cutting Hour. So that's four already, plus the three you mentioned. So I would actually say there's seven premium playables in time.
Okay.
That it sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But time is a good faction in limited. There's big
Yeah.
bodies. Um, so yeah, just to recap, Stone Skin, two platoons, Hour, Display, Curator, and Towering Terrazon. Those are the seven I would say are very good. The rest are varying qualities of filler, especially Camp Physician.
Right. Yeah,
Is
that's
I wouldn't even put it on the list at this point because we have four of the four drops. I think Camp Physician is a first cut in a four drop slot, and given that we're gonna have at least one other color, I think it's safe to say that we're not gonna be playing Camp Physician, so we
okay.
can take that out, and we can say we have 15
15.
playables
Okay.
in time, seven of which is very good. So
That's not
in my
bad.
yeah
And already looking at our power, um I think we're probably going to end up going into Shadow with this just because we've
yeah
got both of
we,
the banners.
we got two sources of shadow fixing, but that's we're gonna have to look at the rest of our pack to
Sure.
really dig in and really determine whether that is the case. So for time, in my notes, I have 15 playables.
And then
In
7
brackets, I would
premiums.
put seven.
Yep.
So 15 cars, seven of which are really good.
Yep. I've done
Uh,
that. We're good. So
the
I
other thing I would like to point out is I consider Stone Skin one of those premium cars, one of the seven premium cars, because you are otherwise lacking in answers, which is a common theme in time. But um,
I mean,
yeah, it
you throw that on like there's a lot of cards like I mean that makes Awakened Sentinel a lot more of a beast.
yep,
Um
archive curator.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The archive curator also a big one. So it makes some of those cards quite a bit bigger, and
Yep,
it does it at fast spell speed. So they set up for a block, and then it's a kill. So that's actually a pretty good way to play. I like
yep.
that a lot.
And if you end up low on removal, this might be the only way you have to answer whatever.
Hmm.
So the value of combat tricks go up when you have otherwise not many combat tricks and not much removal. All right. So let's move on to the next color. I know
Okay.
we're going very slowly. Let's try to speed things up. We
Yeah.
don't want to skip
Yeah.
this.
We probably don't need quite as good of an explanation. Maybe on ones that we want to keep, but
Yeah.
ones we want to get rid of, we can just say no, that card sucks.
All right. County Room not playable. Move on.
Yeah.
Crown Watch Squire only good if you have Mentor,
Right.
and
Which
so
I
I
don't think we have much.
in limited it is very hard to have enough mentors to actually student consistently enough to make Crown Watch Squire good, especially because mentor puts you down so much tempo. It exhausts two of your units, and
Yeah.
it's just you're gonna die in the meantime.
You're just gonna die.
Oathkeeper is good.
Yes.
Oathkeeper, yeah, is so yeah. Um,
Um,
Same issue with students. It's just really hard to activate it. You
yes.
you rarely have enough activators to make this work, so not a playable. Valkyrie
R-
Aspirant, relevant type, good
Yeah.
rate. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty much a
power.
staple. Like it's a 1/1 flyer, and then late game, it's like now he's 5/5. So figure it out.
Yep, Midnight Tinker, good. Oh, it's not good. It's you got two platoons though.
Yes.
So good. Pull up, good.
Yep.
I wouldn't say pull up is premium, but it is good because it's
I've used it in a handful of decks. If you play it as a good blocker, you end up usually getting that kill sometimes, and then it's permanently that size. So it's
yeah,
helpful.
it's a fast weapon. That's how you think about it, and
Yes.
that's pretty good. And people play. What's the card like the 3/1 weapon that? Yeah, that in expedition. So this is kind of like that, but not
Right.
as good. Strength of Many is a good. It's a good card, especially if you're playing these one drops. Um,
Right. And then Grumbo's platoon. So if we were to pair
yeah.
this up, that's pretty solid. We'll keep it in there.
Yep. Do be careful about having too many combat tricks, as I discussed before.
Right.
Not a concern yet, but um, just keep that in mind.
I gotcha.
Suspicion, no good.
No,
It is a hard racing card. It's like Left Right Gambit in Expedition. It's only good if you constantly find yourself one turn away, and you just need that one turn to race. And Justice is not that color. Um,
right.
I guess Justice is that color if you're going super wide and you're trying to get lethal with strength of many, but I don't think you're quite that kind of deck.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
don't think so.
Talon of Nostrix, good removal. Um, Relic weapons are better than they look because you can play them on an empty board. They're removal that don't have removal's biggest inherent weakness of needing a target because you don't need a target to play a relic weapon. So even though it only does 2 damage, it's worth it. Also gains you 2 life, so
Yeah,
that is relevant more than you think. Vanquish, good. Um, no need to explain how why. I mean,
yeah, no, no, no need to explain why good removal.
yeah,
um, this isn't bad for the. It's conditional. Like we got to have a unit, but the 2/2 Minotaur afterwards is pretty good
yeah,
value.
I agree. Cudgel is a good card. Peacekeeper, what do you think about this card?
So it's conditional. Stunning an enemy unit is not always that great, but in some cases, I've had that win the game.
Yeah,
Like, so it's conditional. In this case, for a 3-drop 2/2 body, it's not bad. Being able to stun is fair. So if we're trying to race, it holds value. I would add it and then be willing to cut it later if we needed to.
yeah. I think this is barely a playable. Stun is a powerful effect. The problem is this card has the same issue as Suspicion, in that it is a racing card in a faction that doesn't want to race.
Right.
Justice wants to win by just winning the board and holding it, not as much just going face, trading blows until you pull out with 2 health and they have 0. Um, so yeah, that's why I think Peacekeeper is worse than it looks because of the faction it's in. If Peacekeeper were a blue card, I think it would be premium because you can just chain stun something in that color and they just never
Yeah.
get used. But
All right.
in green, not as good.
I think in this particular case, because we are considering playing Talon and then also the Cudgel, it makes it so the chances of Chief Investigator coming out are actually decent.
Yeah,
And
and what if it doesn't come out? There's a 1/4 flyer for 3. That's already good.
yeah, it's already good value. I think Hero of the People is awesome, but it's super, super dependent on having cards that like we got flying, we have taunt. That's not bad. So it's got some tricks that it can do, like.
Yeah,
But
I think it's worth it, but it's not great.
right.
And I
So
do think revenge counts as I do think revenge counts as a battle skill.
I believe it does.
Yeah. Sentry is just a filler. We don't have anything that mentors, but yeah.
Yeah.
It is a playable, so let's put that in. Put both of those in. Griffin Bomber. I think Griffin Bomber is bad if you don't have relics,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
it looks like you don't.
We got one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got like one, which is not that good. You are gonna have another color. In time, you do have.
Right. We had a couple relics in time.
Yeah, but I don't think we include it as a playable because if you're gonna play time for relics, you're gonna play all those time 4 drops anyway. You don't need an
Right.
inconsistent 4 drop when you have a bunch of consistent 4 drops. So let's count that out. So Griffin Bomber is not one of our playables. Um, Press Gang is actually really good in this deck because you got 2 1 drops.
Yeah.
And you just you draw the 1 drop. I thought you play it. Okay, but it only costs 1, so who cares? Um, Minotaur Duelist. What do you think about that one?
It's basically the same as Peacekeeper,
Yeah.
but it's 2 mana more and you get revenge with it. Revenge isn't bad, so it's kind of like the first time you play him, you kind of got to grit your teeth, but then he comes out for free. So
Yeah. What I think about revenge cards is they're like a rubber banding effect. If your deck is already great, you can't count on revenge. But if your deck sucks, you can put revenge cards in your deck and hope to high roll yourself to at least some wins.
right.
For now, but the stun effect has the same problem as suspicion as Peacekeeper, in that they're just in a faction that doesn't really want to stun. I mean, of course, stun is better than no stun. Um, but just the faction it's in doesn't want to race all that much. The racing plan doesn't really work out for
Right.
it. Um, as for whether you put it in as a playable, I would say it's really borderline. It's up to personal preference. Um,
Yeah, I for
pers-
now I say no.
Personally, I say no because it's double influence, which you might not think it matters on a 5 drop, but like there's no such thing as a free splash.
I know
Um,
that's true.
like I would cut duelist over cutting a splash if it comes down to that. and often it does. I'm gonna count it out as a playable for that
Okay.
reason for now. For Line Breaker,
Too
very
expensive.
expensive. Um, but the both the halves of the effect, the body is of course extremely relevant. The mentor is also relevant. I would say it is a playable. I would say it is a cuttable playable.
Mhm.
Something to note in draft nowadays is there's a lot of inscribe cards, so a deck might end up running 23 power sources, including all the inscribe. So it's not as hard to get to 8 as you think. Um,
I got you, man. Yeah, you running 23, man. Dude, I was running like 18.
yeah, I mean 23, 5 of them being inscribed, so
Oh,
18.
okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I was
But
like,
but the thing is, if you inscribe a bunch of stuff early because you didn't have power, and then you draw a bunch of power, and then you draw a line breaker, you're gonna be pretty happy.
mhm.
Um, and I do know that Doom Wave exists in this format. Um, so it's not quite as good. You've played Linebreaker against Doom Wave, ouch. Uh,
All right, so looking at this here,
yep,
I'd say we've got maybe 4 that I get excited about. Vanquish being one of them.
yep.
So, what are your thoughts?
Vanquish. I would say Vanquish, you're excited about. Analyst, you are excited about. Um, and I would say, let's see. Yeah, Forensic Analyst is that good. And that's it. I think there's just two.
The two? Okay.
Yeah. Which other cards do you think you are?
Well, so I was thinking, the Valkyrie. I think that's great value for one. I really like it a lot, and the Talon for two. I didn't mind playing that either, and
Yeah.
so those were the ones that I was like, if I drew that, I'd be happy with it.
So the problem with Valkyrie Aspirant is in this format, there's a lot of flyers with 2 health.
True.
So you get blanked so much of the time. You can't even attack into an empty board if they have power up because you're afraid of the insect swarm. Um, so Aspirant is not as good as it looks because there's so many 2 health flyers in the meta. Um, for Talon, I like to compare it to Thunder Pop, which is I wouldn't say it's premium removal, but it's very close to it. It gains you life, it beats Aegis, but it doesn't scout. So I would say the positives and negatives cancel each other out more or less. Um, so yeah, I would say you can. So whenever you get a dilemma like this, when you don't know whether to count yourself
Yeah,
as
I'm
2
the
premium
same guy
cards
that's
or
making
3
them on
premium
YouTube.
cards,
So thanks for
just
coming
put
and hanging out.
2.5 in your notes. It's the notes are only for your benefit. It's not like a scientific approach. You don't have to be too precise with anything like that. But
Okay,
yeah,
well, we'll just do. Yeah, I. At the end of the day, I feel like we're not playing green. Um, I mean, I think time is the strongest color that we've played or gone through so far, and I don't know. We'll see. I know what I've got in shadow, and so I'll be interested to see what you think. Um,
sure. So I want to say 17 playables, 2.5 of which are premium.
2.5, good.
Yep, and there's
All
nothing
right.
wrong with saying that.
All right. And then we've just been raided by Time Twist. So thank you for raiding with a party of 16. Welcome, you guys. Good to see you guys.
Yeah,
For
good to
those of
see
you
everyone.
guys that are joining the stream as of recent, it is myself and Buckwheat. He is co-starring with me today. He's a special guest. He's helping me. We're going through all the cards that are in my event decks, and we are trying to put together a decent event deck and kind of talk through some of the pros and the cons of each individual card, and just try to give some insight for those that might be wanting to brew their own event deck for the sealeds. Um, yeah, all that being said, let's roll right into the primal side of things.
All right.
Um,
Check raise. I just counter spells in general because they can't counter creatures. I just don't think they're good in, and they are good in that they can be blowouts, but they're not good in that they're so conditional as to they're so inconsistent as
right.
to be just bad in most of the. They're just gonna be stuck in your hand as a dead card most of the time. So check raise, no. Little brother, no. It's just 1 mana 1/1 that stuns one thing, no. Um, Little brother is good if you have the card Big Brother, but I don't think you do. Um,
No,
and
I don't think I
even
do.
then, you still need to draw both first.
Yeah,
Um,
right. Super conditional.
yeah,
Um, this this isn't bad.
this isn't
Um,
bad. No, I
it's a
like
kill
the card.
spell. I think Dragon's Breath has the ability to do some stuff. in
Mm.
this particular format, I don't see it probably getting used too much.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
it's not bad. It's not
yeah.
bad. Like
Compare this to Jotun Hunt. I think that's the 5 cost card
okay,
that gives overwhelm and doesn't exhaust your unit. I would say this is similar, except it's 3 cheaper. And if that card sees play, there's no reason this card shouldn't. So
agreed.
I think this card is a playable.
I agree.
Hydrate, I do not think is a
I
playable.
think it's trash.
Yeah, Hydrate is a playable if you can buff one cheap unleash unit and put it like, for example, if you got like
Grumble.
a deadly charge 4/3 cool Grumbles platoon, you put that in your deck and there's 5 of those, then yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
but
Like it.
but that's kind of like playing Owlhead, and it's kind of like my Owlhead brew
I
in
love Owlhead.
Expedition. Yeah, yeah. If you get Owlhead and you spin down something to the top and discount it with Miner's Musket, and the next turn you got like 8 birds that have hundreds of stats. Yeah, that's good. How often does that happen?
Not enough.
Yeah,
Not enough.
yeah. So Hydrate is kind of like that, but not as
Right.
extreme, not as exaggerated, but still
Uh,
has the same problem. Talon Dive. What do you think about that card?
it's conditional. You have to have a unit with flying. You have to. And then the overwhelm, probably not that even valuable. And
Yeah,
so it's like here's 2 for a +2. Meh. Um,
yeah. It's not good.
yeah,
Um,
no.
no.
Thunderpop,
Thunderpop is
solid.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
Trailblaze. I
not
think it's
good. Like well, okay, no, I say not good. Draw a card. I feel like you're just cycling at that point. Like
yeah,
Scout's not bad, but like if your deck is good, you don't need to cycle.
yeah. Compare this pure card draw spells that don't actually give you card advantage. Um, Card selection, I do consider a bit better in sealed than just the normal mid-range constructed deck,
Right.
because in limited, a lot of the time you have really good cards and really bad cards, and being able to filter away the bad ones is a plus. But comparing this to opt in Magic, it costs 1 more even. Not only does it cost 1 more, 1 mana in Eternal is worth more than 1 mana in Magic the Gathering, and opt is not even in every deck.
True.
So um, I think Trailblaze is a filler. If you just need a 27th playable, you
Right.
play it. It's one of the first cards you cut though.
Okay. We'll add it for
Crafty,
now just for the sake
add
of
it for now.
conversation.
Yeah, just for the sake of
Crafty Yeti, 3/2 body, spark, very conditional, and draw a card, then discard a card. I don't love it. It's because then if you draw a card,
Yeah,
if you've already sparked and that's going to happen regardless. Sometimes I don't want that.
yeah.
Uh,
In a format with Unleash, this looting is better. You can loot away your extra Unleash thing. But even then, I think this is just a filler.
right.
I think you can readily cut it for something better. Display of Survival, I think
Broken.
it's the best display
Yep.
in limited and in constructed.
Uh,
So no arguments there.
good.
Griffin, solid unit.
Very
Um,
solid. And the
ISO,
unleash feature, if you can make it work, it's great.
yeah.
Uh,
ISO, what do you think about that one?
it's you can pop in a GS with it. You can pop one of the little like it's not bad, but it's not great. I look at that as a filler.
Yeah, it's a bit worse than filler even. You can put it on Questioning the Devotee and you get a Mother Zora for free. But you need to draw both cards first.
Right, yeah, very conditional.
Okay.
I think this guy is fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Any unit which is already the most consistent card type that gives you an additional consistency by giving you just a power sink, very good. And 3 for a 2/2 flyer already like that's
Already
pretty.
very good value, yeah.
I mean, it's not very good. It's on rate, but on rate cards you're not sad about playing. You're just,
No, not at all. And then
I
it also pairs up with the Griffin. Like,
yeah, I would not even put Icebow as a playable.
okay, we'll drop it.
For the sake of conversation. Windscreamer,
I
excellent.
yes,
Um,
busted.
yeah,
Like
it's
play that on Towering Terrazon, and we got it, baby. Like,
and instantly it counters the uncountable, the guy that makes impending dooms, because the impending doom pings them and you get flyers. But
yeah,
that's
yeah.
but it doesn't really happen. That's a rare. Okay, Cyclops, I think it's good.
Yep.
gives you a snowball. Nevermore is good. Just be
Good.
careful about having too much removal, but right now, not a concern. What do we think about Ridgeline Watcher?
I think it's on small body for the amount you pay, but Aegeus isn't bad. But that being said, by turn 4, turn 5, a 3 butt isn't really big enough.
I
So
think it's too small.
yeah.
Especially in Primal, which doesn't really have too many ways to buff it. Not good. No, I don't even think it's a playable. I
Okay.
think we
Yeah,
pass
no,
on.
I agree. I don't get excited about him.
Okay,
Um
Warrior. What do you think?
not bad value. Not great, but a 3/5 is okay. It's just I
It's I
in
it's the it's it's a filler.
yeah,
And
I don't get excited about it. I mean, the time card that was the 3/5, we got endurance for that cost, you know?
warp
So
and warp. We got
and
endurance
warp,
warp,
yeah. So
and
it's
or we can get a 6/5.
yeah. Yeah.
Even in Justice, we can get endurance valor for it. So this is I would not even say is a playable except in primal. This is actually your best option at 5. So I would say just begrudgingly count it.
Oh, sorry about that. I clicked the wrong button. We're good. We're going back live here. All right, there we go. Sorry.
I watch screen.
Marvin the Imp, thank you
Here we
so
go.
much
Okay, I
for the
can see it.
follow, man. Appreciate
All right.
that.
So pin. So I would not include warrior.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. Pin the Jotun, give one of your units overwhelm. Not bad. I think that's a kill spell.
It's not terrible. I would put 1. I would not put 2.
Okay, fair. Expensive, but you know what? It's another form of removal. Not really removal though. It's more like spin down kind of deal. Like, hey,
Yeah. Compare this to Nevermore, which is Nevermore. I think is considered almost premium removal. It's not
yes.
quite a hard kill, but it's close. Meddling costs 2 more. So,
and the unit is bigger. Like,
yeah, it goes from just the 2 downsides. I don't think it's playable.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
If I draw that, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, Ice Knuckle, I don't like it either. I mean, I think it's playable. I think
same kind of deal. Like if we're gonna talk about the value of stun, Justice had those same cards for much less.
Yeah,
and it wasn't conditional upon spark. It was just play it and you get it.
Yeah, like why are you stunning people after combat? What is that? How'd that help? If you can get in the first place, you don't need to stun anything.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, Ice Wake, I think is too expensive.
No, and I don't like that it literally kills my board. Like, oh, by the way, murder your dudes as well. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, the thing about Primal is it has a lot of small flyers.
Yes.
So especially this deck, you're killing your own Wind Screamer. You're killing your own.
We're literally murdering our entire fucking deck. Like everybody dies. Like not worth it.
So no. So for Primal, I would say there are 11 cards.
11 playable with like 3 good ones.
Yeah, 3 good ones. Display, Wind Screamer, and Nevermore.
Yeah.
Cyclops, you can count it, but I don't think it's quite that good that you of course all these criteria are arbitrary, depends on your style, depends on your values. But what I would think is that there's 11 playables in Primal, 3 of which are premium.
Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. So we'll drop all those puppies. And for those of you guys that are coming in a little late, it's myself and guest Buckwheat. We are going through all of the cards that I have in my event deck or potential event deck, all the paths I opened so far. And we're kind of going through the pros and cons of each card. We're moving kind of slow, but it will give a lot of value to new players or those of you that are maybe wondering how we brew decks. And so getting the insight from Buckwheat is fantastic. He is an awesome guest. And I'm super, super excited to have him along. He's teaching me a lot. And just to have a dialogue about some of the cards that are getting played right now, I think is super valuable for all of you guys watching at home if you're a little shaky on how to make an event deck. So this will be up on YouTube later. I'm going to post the whole VOD. And so that way, if you missed anything and you're coming in late, it'll definitely be there. And so if I'm not interacting with chat as much as I normally do, it's because I'm giving respect to my guest. But I do want to give a shout out to all you guys that are giving me the likes and the follows. Super appreciate that. And it means a lot to myself and also Buckwheat. Like Buckwheat, right now we've got 20 viewers hanging out with us, so we've got a small group that's listening to you. So thank you very much for sticking around and helping out.
Thanks everyone for watching. Okay, let's continue. Fallen Oni, I don't think is good enough. Discarding the top unit, that matters if they put something on top.
Yeah,
but we don't really have that effect in limited right now, so no. Jack's Knife, I don't like that.
Limited. I think it's there's a time and a place for that card, and that time and place is not this deck right now.
Yeah, yeah. That time and place is you're aggroing them in the air,
Yep.
and you just put it on there. But it, that's such a haphazard game plan that I just
Look at that custom boy.
yeah. Okay. Can
Okay,
we?
it's bad.
Yeah. Okay. Cabal Slasher. We don't have enough life gain to make that card work, so it's just literally a vanilla 1/3 for 2,
Yeah, I
which
agree. Not
I
that
don't
good.
I don't think is a playable. Chemtrail Burst, I think the first copy is playable. We're
Yeah.
not
Okay.
thrilled about it. We don't have. Oh, it looks like we don't have any. What's it called? Oh, I keep forgetting the name. The card that makes 2/1/1s. Like this card goes
Oh,
with that
the
card.
Minotaur one.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
that's
I
in
don't
my
think I've
in
got
the
any of
deck. I
those.
literally posted yesterday. That I forgot the name of. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I played that too.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think about Forgotten Youth?
Forgotten Youth, Summon Scout, Frenzy. I hate Frenzy. After the third time, transform it. Lifesteal and Unblockables busted.
Yeah.
I mean that's just you win every race you get into unless they remove it.
Yeah.
I think it's conditional. I think if built around Forgotten Youth, there's a lot you can do with it. I definitely think it's played. That's for sure where I'm living.
Yeah. I think you play it, but that's because I think people are more afraid of the card than they should be. The thing about Frenzy is, unless you got like uh the scatter shot,
Mm-hmm.
or if you got sticky fingers, a lot of the time you're activating Frenzy by throwing stuff you could throw at your opponent's board at their face instead. So you are conceding value up front to activate the Frenzy. Of course, the payoff is worth it, but it's more expensive to activate than you think. Despite that, I think just even being a blocker on 2 is
Yeah,
it,
a
it
0/3
has
blocker's not bad.
yeah, yeah, it has some value.
Right.
I would not say a 0/3 is good, but I would say the card as a whole is playable.
For
I'm
sure.
just not 100% not 100% thrilled about it. Hour, yeah, play that. Build around collects, don't play that.
Yeah.
Um,
No, don't love that.
Extract, extremely good.
Very,
Uh,
very good.
yeah,
That's a 6 life swing. Like takes 3 from
yeah,
them, gives us 3 plus the scout ability is just
yeah,
bonus.
yeah. The flexibility is off the charts. Power is high. Consistency gives you a scout, so it makes up for it. Memory keeper, it's a card.
It's a
I
card.
I
Not good.
don't even I don't even like the card.
It dies to everything. I don't like
Yeah,
it.
it dies to everything, and it's just too fragile. It also trades down a lot of the time, whereas a lot of the stuff it wants to trade up with, it doesn't have that fifth point of power or of strength. It's called strength, the internal, to do that. So it trades down way more than it trades up.
Yeah.
It's and you can't even compare that to Starving Horror. You can't even ambush it to at least get in for 5.
Yeah, Starving Horror at least is a surprise. Like, hey, and I'm killing whatever you're swinging with this turn.
Yep. What do you think about Panic Ensues?
I don't like it.
Yeah, I think the first copy is fine. Pings are valuable in draft, and this is better than a ping. It's -1/-1, which can be a combat trick. But
Yeah.
the second copy is excessive.
Right.
You rarely want 4 pings just for 12.
Yeah. No,
That's
not good value.
yeah.
Um,
Starving
Starving
Horror.
Horror gets play.
Yep.
I don't love it, but I think this guy is the best blocker in the game. Like it
I
just
think it's
sits
a
there.
yeah,
Like,
I think it's a filler at best, and my reasoning is, if they give their guy overwhelm, which actually happens a lot, then you took the damage anyway.
true.
The race often comes into play when you're playing Shadow. Of course, you have extract to race with, so that's
Yeah.
not as big a problem. But I don't think the card is as good as compare that to Runebinder, which is 3 deadly life steal, and you can contract 2 to deal 2 to the enemy face.
True.
Even that card, I don't consider to be premium. I think is just a card that
Well,
takes up a spot on your curve.
I
This is
think
worse than that.
when you're playing against weaker players or less experienced players, that deadly and taunt, like
Yeah, it trips them up.
misplays happen around that card more than
Yes,
they should.
it induces a lot of misplays, and if you are the kind of player who's really good at the mind games, bluffing whatever, because there's a lot of bluffs you can pull with your pauses and festivals and stuff. Um,
Oh
if
yeah,
you are
I love
if
that.
you are good at that, if you can make your through the unknown look like a stone skin, then yeah, there's this card gets better.
True.
Um,
I
but if you are just pretending your opponent's perfect, if you're not counting on unforced errors from your opponents, I think the card is mediocre at best.
it's the only way I progress in the game is unforced errors. Like
That's and you shouldn't be ashamed of that. Unforced errors is um, like we kind of have it backwards in terms of competitive success and just the highlights. Well, the highlight reels are well, they're good to look at. They look pretty, but they don't win you games. What wins you games
what's
is
up, Challenger
consistency,
man? Thanks for
avoiding
coming
the
and hanging
unforced
out.
errors,
It's me and
making
Buckwheat. We
accurate
are
plays, and practicing until you
absolutely brewing
can't
and
get it
talking
wrong.
about cards.
It's not necessarily about um, the highlights. Oh, I mind gamed them so hard that game they made a mistake. No, it's about avoiding mistakes yourself. Anyway, consuming grade is too inconsistent.
Yeah,
I
too inconsistent. I
um,
sacrifice a relic. Yeah, sure, we got tons of that. um,
uh,
Cripple's
cripple.
not bad. I don't love it, but it's not bad.
It's a playable. I
Yeah.
would say it's mediocre removal, which is not good because removal is inherently inconsistent.
If we were
But
playing with some life, like more life steal, I think this hate cleaver is really, really good.
yeah,
But I don't think we've got enough in our current build to really justify it.
yeah, I think removal that goes through Aegis is valuable. Um,
Oh, okay.
Hate like with one activation, I would say this is on rate. So it's not bad. I would
Right.
consider this a playable. You do have the means to activate this once. Usually in most draft decks, you can frenzy or not frenzy. You can gain. Oh, it's not frenzy. It's light force.
Life
Okay,
force, yes. So we have to gain life to
I
make it
don't like
work.
it. I don't. Especially since you already have a cripple, which does pretty much the same thing,
Right.
except it doesn't go through Aegis. So no, Hate Cleaver's out. I
Okay.
think. Um,
Because I was like, well, we extract would have that trigger.
no,
If we
because
paired,
you have to. Yeah, you don't have to extract face though. You can extract anything, but still, I like if you drew extract, why don't you just kill their three health thing with the extract? What's the hate cleaver for? Like, are they gonna have two things that you want to remove in one turn, and you
right?
have seven, and you exactly have those two cards, and
Yeah,
it
no, it's
happens. How often? Who knows? All right, lights out, premium removal,
great,
of course.
great
Yep.
card. Um,
Cabal Rogue, no, two
yes,
dies. It
it
dies, and you can't play it in
dies
the
to
first.
everything for 7. Not good.
Yeah. Inspired Obedience, I don't like either.
It's
Um,
also expensive removal. I don't love
it's
it.
too expensive, and for removal, like
That'd be good for 5. I would play that for 5. I don't think I play it for 7 though.
no, I agree. Okay, so that's all our shadow cards. You have 9 playables in shadow, and just one card that you're really excited about, right?
Yeah, if that.
2 cards.
I
Yeah,
mean,
extract and lights out.
yeah, exactly. It's like lights out really is my baby there. Extract's good, but it just doesn't hit quite the same.
Yep. Okay, so next is your multicolor cards. So for Praxis or Fire and Time, you have Purify and Rockfort. Both are excellent.
Yeah, Purify
So
is really good.
yeah, Fire Time. You have just making those FT. You have 2 playables, 2 of which are premium. I don't like Brilliant Discovery. I think it's just
I think it's
too
too
low
slow.
impact. Yeah, too low impact. In Constructed, you might play it, but in this, no.
Yeah, it just doesn't hit the same. Caleb's choice, negate an enemy spell. Yeah, too conditional.
It's too conditional, too inconsistent. I don't like it. So no. So for Skycrag, we have nothing. For Combre, we have Combre Adept. It's a playable, nothing to be excited about, I think. It's just a
Right.
2-1 for 3. I mean, it ramps you, it gets you a sigil, so it helps greatly with your consistency, but the power level is just very low, and of course,
Right.
as
Like if that was a 2-2, I'd be happier with it. I really would.
yeah, I would say it's like I'd rather have it be a 1-3 so I don't lose the ramp
I mean,
randomly.
don't get me wrong. If we're picking, what are we like? Yeah, or shoot,
Yeah,
even a 1-2. Like, it just dies to a 1 ping, and there's just too many things that do that. Like,
yeah. So I would say this is a playable, but not one I'm excited about. So,
okay,
um, Majestic Skies. If we're gonna be in the,
This slaps if we do
yeah,
play the time. Like if we go those colors, this
you
gets
have
play.
a wind screamer.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is you have two of them. I think you play both if
Yep.
we're in those colors. Okay, so count those as two. Um, would
Right.
you say this is would you say the Majestic Skies is a card you're excited about because you
I
have nothing to grab with the ultimate, though, right? Um,
um
um, yeah, you don't have any. Oh, but you have that like 8-drop flyer.
yeah,
um,
I say this actually is pretty good. Because so we in blue we've got the unleash guy, and so if we have the ability to pay 6 and I don't have him out yet, we
yeah.
go find him and then unleash him 3 times.
Yep.
So
I think.
this is
Yep.
really I think very valuable. If we go with time primal, we play both of those and we lean heavily into the flying.
Yep. So I would say 2 out of 2 are cards you're excited about.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
So let's move on. Zenon. Okay, yeah, Zenon. You have fixing. Great. Blood
We
Call
do
Invocation. No.
no.
Banish. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Like
very good. Super good.
okay.
Um
So yep, Banish is like better than Lights Out. Lights Out is already good.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay, what do you
Um
think about Zenon Augury?
Draw one of the top 3 cards of your deck. Put the rest on the bottom. That's not bad. The life gain is really why I think it's a little more expensive. But being able to have the selection, one of the top 3 is good. So I would play it, but I don't love it. So it goes either way.
I think if you're gonna consider Trailblaze just a filler,
Hmm.
this is I think this is worse than Trailblaze.
I agree.
Um, by a tier. So if that's filler, this is not even filler. So you don't play it.
Okay.
I don't consider this a playable. Prophetic Stranger, we have like one other
Yeah,
stranger.
yeah. No, we have no strangers, and he's fucking expensive. So no.
Yeah. So no. Okay. So for Xenon, we have one playable. One
Yeah.
of them, it's good. Okay. Island's Choice, good. Maybe narrow, but for enemy units with 4 attack or more, they are common. And
Yeah.
they do attack quite a bunch, so I don't think this is that narrow. So for Huru, we're gonna count Island's Choice, but I don't think we count this as one of the premium cards that
Right.
you are.
What we're excited about.
Yeah. So Island's Choice, I would not. So I just consider it playable. Same with Huru Adept. I think
Yeah.
3 for 2 Aegis is nothing to be excited about.
Nothing crazy.
Shield Bash. What do you think about Shield Bash?
This is super good. I stun a unit, gain 2, draw a card. Like if you happen to have a relic weapon on your face, I mean it does a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
there's pay 3, draw a card. This is pay 4, draw a card, get health, and stun somebody. Like that's
Yeah. It's really good
very
for.
versatile.
It's versatile. It's better than it looks, but 4 to draw 1 card is a bit much.
Yeah, it's
So
expensive.
I would say this is playable, but not like a premium.
Right.
Duelist Blade is a premium card. A 4 power, just a removal that kills 4 health through Aegis, that gives you an Aegis. Yeah, like I
Yeah.
played that card. Who were control and constructed back in the day. All right.
So,
Uh,
Sanguine Sword, no.
no, you don't have that many sack
We don't have
fodder.
any tokens really.
Yeah. Roland's Choice. What do you think about that one?
I think it's pretty good. Giving one of your units a permanent +3/+3 is great, but giving enemy units that -1/-1, that takes down a lot of different units.
Yeah, I think if you compare this to Siphon Vitality, this is not fast, but it's 1 cheaper, but it doesn't buff your guys. I think it's a bit worse. But Siphon Vitality is a bomb. So if you say 1 or even 1.5 tiers worse than a bomb, that's still good. You can still put this in your deck. This being slow it cripples the card though, right?
Gotcha.
Because
And we're definitely playing the Zoltan Conclave. Like, there's no
yeah,
ifs, ands, or buts
there's
about
no
that.
question about that. That's
Yeah.
part of your promise. We're probably not desperate enough to place. Oh, you have these sources of fixing too. So
That's
when we
true.
looked at fixing at the very beginning of this,
We should have looked
probably
at these guys.
we should have accounted for these. Okay, so we're not gonna count these because you can play them in literally any deck.
Hmm.
So we're not gonna count them as part of any color. So let's take stock. Based on your notes, what color combination would yield you the most playables? I think it's Time and Justice.
Yeah, absolutely. Time and Justice is 15 and 17, but
Yep.
I think Time and Primal has got the best overall. Because like Justice, we had 2.5 cards we were excited about. Primal's
Yep.
got 3.
Yeah, Primal's got 3.
And
And
so
Shadow. Yep.
yeah, Shadow only
Um.
had 2. So if we do
Yep.
Time and Primal, because Time's got 7 we're excited about. So that would give us 10 cards that we're happy with a
Yep.
total of a 26 card pool, which is
Yep.
damn close to what we need. So we add a little bit of filler and we're there.
Yep. So 10 cards we're excited about. Are you counting the multicolor cards as well?
No, we weren't. So we add those 2 multicolored cards to it, and then we're really there.
Yep. And it looks like you have enough fixing to splash at least something. You can splash red for Rockfort, Purify, and the 2 red cards that you're excited about.
Yeah. You're talking about pure.
Shadow is hard to splash because Shadow, the good cards are double influence.
Right.
And let's see. Yeah, so I think let's add all the Time and the Primal playables first and see what that looks like.
Okay, I'm with it. We deduced we're not going to add that. Stone Skin's good. Both of those are good. We play that. True Door Alarm.
Yeah, we
were doing that for the inscribe feature. We like that. We like that.
Doom Wave, yes, we do play.
We will do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Questioning Devotee. Curator's good. Bolster's not. Camp Physician will cut later, but we'll add them for now.
Sure.
Not bad. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right, and for Primal,
we're
saying
Dragon's Breath isn't bad.
Thunderpop, Trailblaze, Crafty Yeti, Display.
Yeah.
The whole bottom row.
Here we go. There. Yeah, he was okay. This is great.
Yep. Warrior, I don't even want.
Yeah, I don't
but we can cut it later. We can put it in for now. Pin, we want 1 pin. Majestic Skies, yeah. So Ardent Forest Stranger doesn't fix anything, so we don't want that.
Yeah.
Go next page. Huru Stranger fixes. So Huru and Skycrag and Praxis Strangers fix like half. It gives you 1, which is still valuable. I would put all 3 of them in.
Well, that being said, I'm looking at what we've got card wise already. We're making cuts, and so I feel like these guys would get cut anyway. So there's no point to even add them.
Are you sure they're getting cut? Because right now you got like 2 drops. I mean, you got more stuff you can do on 2, but just 2 only. I guess Trailblaze you can just do on 2 as well.
Yeah.
So you might be just you might be forced to play these because of 2 drop issues. So let's have them in for the time being.
Okay, all 3 of them, or
all 3. Okay.
And
the other thing is, let's figure out if we want to splash. There's no such thing as a free splash, but in Huru, Praxis, and Skycrag Ranger, you can splash red easily with this deck, and there are a few red cards you are excited about, as I recall. If we go to the next page,
yeah,
Rocky Ride. Oh, Caleb, we can't really splash. It's double.
No, double, yeah.
Yeah. So you do you need to splash Rocky Ride?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But Purify and Rockfort are really good. You want to play Purify and Rockfort if you can get away with it. And as for, let's look at the deck. Let's press the big magnifying glass and just look at the deck to figure out whether we want to splash Rocky Ride. We look at your current ability to answer small stuff. So because Rocky Ride does 2 damage, you have Thunder Pop, and I guess Stone Skin kind of counts. Dragon Breath kind of counts.
Yep.
And that's it. That's your entire inventory of small answers, right?
True.
So you actually need that effect. It'll be nice to have just one more effect that deals with small things. And Purify and Rocky Ride both build that purpose. So we're going to have both of those in, I think. I think if we are going to splash red, we're going to play both of those cards. And Rockfort is just excellent. Like Rockfort is just an excellent card in general. Now, the other possibility for splashing is splashing Justice for those 2.5 good cards. So let's see what the deck looks like with a Purify, Rockfort, Rocky Ride, Splash. If we just build this whole deck, what cards would you cut?
Okay, so if we're building based on what I see here, I'm probably going to get rid of probably Jotunn Warrior.
Yep, Warrior.
Stinging Wind probably goes.
Camp Physician goes before Wind.
Okay, Camp Physician, I agree. I was gonna get there for sure. Maybe this one.
I would not cut Hour of Grodov.
Okay,
The only time I would cut it if my deck does not need double time, but it does.
it does. Okay.
You
Display
actually need it on 4, yeah. Um,
Dune Wave
um,
or
yeah, I would say because you have so many flyers, you can just block whatever's in the sky,
that's what
so
I was thinking.
you can dispense with the inconsistency of Dune Wave. Um,
Um, I feel like one of these needs to go.
I
Probably
think Display of Survival can go.
Display of
It's
Survival.
it's very hard to cast. Do you have any double primal cards otherwise? Because
No.
if you can reduce the power requirement of your deck, oh no,
Jotun
you have.
Cyclops.
Okay, okay. If you're already at double primal, then triple is not that much of a stretch. But if you only needed single and just by adding one card, even though it's such a good card that you go up to triple, then it's not worth it. Um, all right, Trailblaze. What do you think about that one?
Um, I don't think it's nearly as good as Thunder Pop is in this case,
Yeah,
but drawn like it's just cycling, and our deck's strong enough that we don't really need to get ahead that way. I don't think.
I agree. So we can dispense with that. And given that you got Purify, you got Rakurai Thunderpop, you don't need all those strangers. I would say you cut the Huru Stranger because it only fixes one half. The other two strangers fixes both halves of your power base.
Yes.
And how much power are we at?
Well, I haven't added. Let's go back and do that.
Yep. Add your Seek power. Add
Yes.
your um, dual color power that fits your colors.
Let me go find
Yes.
it.
Yeah, Seek power, Zoltan Conclave, and
Yeah.
Huru Banner. No, the Huru Banner doesn't help.
Zoltan Conclave. There it is. I think that's it. I don't think I've got the banner that's
Yeah, I don't think you have any banners that are these colors, which is kind of a shame, but
yeah.
it is what it is. So Seek power, okay. And how many inscribes have you got?
Not enough. One,
Just Intruder Alarm, I think.
I think so.
Okay, so you have to make several more cuts. You're not gonna cut. You can consider cutting one Majestic Skies, but I don't really like that.
I don't like that idea either. I think that this deck kind of hinges around that, to be honest.
Yeah. So I think Crafty Yeti can go. You have enough 3-drops, and Crafty Yeti is the worst one.
Yep, I agree.
I think, and at this point, you're just cutting removal. I think since you already have Dragon Breath, you don't need Pin the Jotun. You also have Nevermore, so you're large removal. If you think about large removal, you have display. Both displays answer large things, and Nevermore. So you don't need another large removal in Pin the Jotun. It's too expensive. It relies on having a guy, and it's just not the
Fair.
greatest. And now, if you can legally play this deck, you have 3 extra sources in Seek Power, Hour of Grodov, and Intruder Alarm. So this has 15 actual power cards, but can be considered 18 power. But I think a couple more cuts you would benefit
Yeah,
from.
I think so too.
Um, you can cut Stinging Wind. I think you were going to cut that before.
Stinging Wind. Where is it at?
Second column, first one.
Oh yes. Yes, I think that's a fair cut.
Yep. Cut Stinging Wind, and final cut. We're not going to cut any of our fixing. We're not going to cut any of our flyers. That leaves you.
Rockfort doesn't excite me.
It doesn't?
Do you? I mean, so you think that's really like where it's at? I don't know. I guess never really get the value out of the Edge Totemites, but
Yeah. What I think is just in the late game. First of all, it's pseudo ramp. It's a very slow card. I agree. It's slow, and if your units are not large, they it helps you push damage by giving your little guys taunt. It helps you get rid of the other guys' things by giving your big guys taunt. It's good when you're ahead. It's not as good when you're behind, but even when you're behind, it's a permanent chump blocker.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you want to cut Rockford, I'm not going to disagree because this is not a deck that has like a ton of sides, which is where Rockford excels.
Yeah, that
You
would
can
be one I would cut. I would cut Rockfort and then add power and play it.
Okay, So let's cut Rockfort, add power, and see what it looks like. Don't play it yet, because
Right.
remember we don't have to splash fire. We can splash justice if we would like. Um, okay, so for the fire splash, we're literally splashing just Rocky Ride and Purify, so you can get away with just playing one fire sigil. Um, you also have Praxis and Skycrack Strangers. You have Seek Power, Zoltan, Conclave, Fire Sigil. That makes
Right.
six. Um, one, two, three, four, five. Five. Yeah, five is enough for just the 2-card splash, single influence. And both of them are removal, so you're not desperate to get them on curve. Um, yeah, one less Fire Sigil, and you play it like that. You might consider swapping a Time Sigil for a Primal Sigil because you have a Time inscribe. In this way, how many yellow and blue sources do you have of each? Praxis Stranger and Skycrack Stranger each give you one, so 9 sources of each. 10. Yeah, because Seek Power is both too. Yeah, I would say this is playable. I
Okay.
think this is not going to get you rank 1 in event, but it's going to get you probably top 100. Okay, so this is what this deck looks like if you splash red. Um, and I think we agree, or we pretty much agree, that this is the best you can do
Yeah, I think
if you
so.
are these colors. Now let's get rid of our red cards and let's see what this list would look like if we splash green instead, because that's our other option, to splash green. We decided not to splash purple because the purple cards are double influence.
Right.
Okay, so let's take out the strangers. Well, actually, leave them in because they
Wow.
fix one half of your. Okay,
They're
let's go
gone
back.
now, baby. All
Okay,
right.
all right. So let's have our green cards. What so
Valkyrie
which
gets played.
yeah, Valkyrie, because you have so many flying synergies. Sure,
Right.
I am fine with that. I don't think Midnight Tinker gets played
Now,
because
as
you
much
don't.
as I want to pair it up with Grumbo, that's
Yeah, yeah. We're pulling. Okay, Forensic Analyst and Vanquish
yeah,
and Talon of Nostrix. Those are the 3 cards we said we're excited about.
yeah.
There's a few others. If you feel like you're missing flexibility, you can play Corporal. Oh no, not Corporal. You can play the combat tricks. You can play the stuns. But for now, let's just have these 3. And I think Duelist Blade in the dual color section also
Oh
gets in.
yes, yes. Okay. Um. Oh, where is it?
Yeah, where's Duelist Blade? Next page, maybe. Oh, there it is, top right.
Oh yeah, of course.
Do you want to play Alan's Choice?
Um.
I think not. It's not necessary
Yeah. No,
because
I
we
don't think
already
so.
have we already
Duelist
have
Blade's not bad.
yeah, like 4 large answers. And how many decks even play like 4 things that need that much of an answer that are large? Yeah, yeah. Duelist Blade is very good. We are playing that if we are in these colors. Let's go back to the strangers and see what strangers we can put.
So we play
Um,
Huru.
yeah, Huru Stranger. We're actually gonna put every stranger in because the other 3 at least fix one of your colors, which is valuable. That counts for something. We can cut them later. Um, let's have all the strangers in, even
Oh,
Argent.
even Argenport.
Yeah, we can cut cards later.
Okay. Yeah. Fair.
And go back to the time and primal to see if anything we cut we want to put back in. Um, yeah, Trailblaze. Yeah, just put that in for now. Go next. Crafty Yeti. Yeah, we can have that in.
we're
Yeah,
gonna be cutting so many cards. He'll get cut. There's no reason to put him in
yeah,
there.
it'll get okay. Yeah, there's just no reason to put it in if we were just gonna cut it. Let's see what else. Combray Adept. I think that's playable actually.
Really.
Yeah, it fixes you. You have
It's true.
triple
True.
in time and primal.
All right. Let's go through the time here. I don't think we need any of those.
Now, something of note is if you do splash for Forensic Analyst, the Zoltan Elder marks get a lot better, but I don't think that's enough to justify playing the Zoltan Elder marks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, so let's keep flipping through. I think we covered everything. Stinging Wind, but
Yeah.
we've already cut so many. We cut it the first time. We're splashing even more cards, so that's gonna get cut this time too.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we need to now. I don't think I had any banners or anything that was.
There was a Huru banner.
Yes, there is. Okay, Huru banner. Cool.
What about no? I don't think we need Allen's choice. I think we agreed on that. Okay,
Right.
so this is the whole list, and we gotta make cuts. Let's see. So the first thing I want to ask is how many strangers do you want to play? And this is dictated pretty
Literally
much
none of them.
by by two drop count. Um, if you are gonna cut strangers, I like cutting your main color strangers before your splash strangers. So I would rather keep
So we keep Huru Stranger
yeah,
because
keep
he's
Huru
helping us
stranger.
splash,
And
but
we
like
may
Praxis and Skycrag, we don't really need.
I don't like Praxis and Skycrag, and Argenport is the last stranger you would play. I'd say I don't think you play it.
Yeah. Okay, I agree.
I think that there's just no room, although they do make it more consistent. Um, Just a Talon, Duelist Blade. Okay, so it's actually really hard to cut cards
I
from
think we
this.
maybe cut Jotun Cyclops.
If we cut Cyclops, we can also cut Display of Survival because this is your only double blue card, and cutting one card, even if it's a Display of Survival, to bring your influence requirements in a color to 1 from 3 is worth it. It makes you so much more consistent.
Which is what that does, and
Yeah,
I mean, it puts us right in the realm of now we're actually dangerous, and we've got a ton of flyers.
yeah, and
Um,
look at how many. Well, I guess you just have 3 relics that you can readily get rid of with forensic analyst. But the thing with analyst is it also has synergy with your windscreen, with your majestic skies.
yes.
It's great. Cut trailblaze, I think.
Okay.
Cut trailblaze,
Yeah,
and
I
we
agree.
need like I would say
I think we need to
uh,
add 2 greens.
we're still at 46 cards, so yeah, probably 2 green sigils. Although let's see. Do we
Well,
need
and we can drop a primal because we're no longer playing the 3.
Yeah, we can actually drop like 3 primal sigils. I think 4 primal sigils works for this. So now, what do you think about Valkyrie Aspirant? Do you really like that card? I think is fine, but for a splash, I don't like splashing 1 drops. You're just not casting that on 1 very reliably.
Right. Well, so
Not that you need
it
to.
it just pairs up with Majestic Skies,
Yep.
and so
And
it
another
feels.
thing to consider is Valkyrie Line Breaker, the 8 drop for Majestic
Oh,
Skies.
yeah.
Like
That
if you're playing Aspirant for something to do on 8, why don't you just play the 8 drop? But I mean, there are a reason. Um, yeah,
yeah.
this is. Um,
And he's a bomb, and it's flying. I'm with that. I'm with that a lot. Let's do that.
okay.
Let's do
Yeah,
it
I
that
think
way.
this is easier for power as well. 8 drop single influence, basically free. Um, all right, so let's examine our list again. Let's count. So for 2 drops, we literally just have 3, but we also have Thunder Pop. Do you think that's enough? Because you can also play Majestic Skies, and Hour of Grodov on 2 is not as good.
Yeah,
Um,
I think the early 1, 2, 3 drop curve is not nearly as important in fixed like this is.
in sealed.
Um, yeah, in sealed. Like if we were playing just regular ranked open, that you've got to curve out. You've got to curve out. But in this, it's a slower game. Like instead of the game being over in 4 or 5
Oh,
turns.
you have Talon of Nostrix as well. Then you do have enough. I think you are gonna withstand the Stone Scar decks. Well, you're gonna beat them enough of the time that it's not gonna be a big problem.
Right.
If they're gonna come at you with Harness Thrill Seekers and the 2 mana 2/2 overwhelm Warcry that grows with Frenzy, like those things are scary. But I think you have enough tools against them to not have to be too scared. Um, okay, so let's rate this deck in terms of power, consistency, and flexibility. On power, this is like I think this deck is super powerful. Double
I think so.
Majestic
It's got
Skies,
some
Wind Screamer with so many
surprises.
flyers. Yeah. For consistency, you got rid of one of your triple influence, so you have 5 pips in total and plenty of fixing. Um,
Yes.
so for consistency, this is great as well.
I mean,
Um,
we really just need to get to 3 time as fast as possible.
yeah, 3 time and we're golden. And for flexibility, you have tons of flyers, which is a weak form of flexibility. You can block other flyers with your flyers. For small removal, We have Dragon Breath. I'm going to count that because it costs 2, so you don't mind spending it on a Dewdrop.
Right.
You have Thunder Pop. You have Talon.
Vanquish. And yeah.
Val. Yeah, and for large removal, Vanquish, Display, Nevermore, um, and I guess Dragon Breath kind of counts. Stone Skin kind of counts.
Yeah.
Um, so not in the and Duelist Blade is kind of like small and big removal, I guess. Um, so in terms of flexibility, we are lacking a bit. We don't have any stun. We don't have any board wipes, but those are not necessary in limited. If you can just get on the board and do your thing, that should be enough. Let's double check our power base. For curve, I think we are fine. We are a bit weak in the 2-drop department, but we have just enough. I think Thunder Pop, Talon, and 3 2-drops is just barely enough to keep you alive. That'll be good. 3 drops, we have a few extra, but
Yeah, we're a little long in the 3-drop. But that being said, one of them's an unleash, so that
yeah,
could be a 6-drop if we want to get nasty with it.
for 4-drop, 3 is fine. 5-drop, we just have 2, which is, it's we want to have like 3, but you can't have everything. There's only so many rooms in your deck. And Valkyrie Linebreaker is just for Majestic Skies. If we draw that too early, we're going to be sad. But there's literally just one card like that. I think we can afford it given the rest of our deck's consistency. Overall, let's count our power sources to make sure we didn't miss anything. For time, we have Combray Adept, we have Seek Power, Conclave, 7 times Sigils, that's 10 sources. And we do count Combray Adept because we want to get to 3 time.
hmm
So, yeah, it helps. Um, 10 sources for a triple, reasonable. For Justice, we have the Stranger, we have Seek Power, Conclave, Banner, and 2 Sigils. I actually don't, I think we only need 1 Justice Sigil, actually.
Really?
Yeah, with 1 Justice Sigil, you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sources. You have Stranger, Adept, Seek Power, Conclave, Huru Banner, Justice Sigil, and
I think I would be more comfortable playing 2 of
for the
them
seven,
just
playing
because
7 Justice sources. Okay.
it gives us Vanquish, Talon, and Frex Analyst, and those are all 2 and 3 drops, and so I want to
Yeah.
get that out sooner than later kind of deal.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to hit Justice consistently on 2, then you do want 7 at least. So
Yeah,
yeah, 6 sources might be too thin. For primal sources, we got 5 sigils.
which is
Banner,
plenty.
yeah, Banner, Conclave, Seek Power, and Stranger. That's 9. Yeah, that's plenty.
Plenty.
So I think this is fine.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I would prefer to cut 1 Justice Sigil for a Time Sigil just to get to the display sooner, but that is my preference. Right now, you got 10 Time Sources and 7 Justice Sources. I would prefer 11 and 6 for that split, but
Okay,
uh, I I think
I see
7
it.
and 2 is completely reasonable as well. So what do you think? This
I think this is
whole
gonna be. I think this is great. I
I
think what we have here is something that'll definitely get us top 100, no question.
yeah. I
And
think this is better than the red splash. It's better than having Rock Ford and Purify.
I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, what we've added is a flyer that has a lot of synergy. We've added another flyer that has synergy and is a freaking bomb when we gain. Like, if we happen to have the Duelist Blade out when we play this, we're in the money, dude. Like, it's getting
Yeah.
wild. And
Now that
Vanquish is great.
yeah, I don't think this deck needs Doom Wave. We have flyers just to block their flyers, and that'll be enough.
Right.
All right, so you want to jam some games?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been at it for about an hour and 40 minutes. So if we wanted to take a quick 5-minute break just to kind of get up, stretch your legs, grab a beverage, this would be a great time, and then we can run into it.
Yep,
So
let's go ahead.
uh,
Meet you back in 5.
yeah, let's. We got everyone. We're gonna take a chill 5-minute break. I'm gonna run some ads, and then myself and Buckwheat will be back in 5 minutes, and we're gonna jump right into it. Okay, so I've got us muted on the desktop audio. Five. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. We are back. It is myself, Cornnut, and my guest star co-host, Buckwheat. We've just
Oh,
crafted an awesome League the Long Path event. A lot of insight that Buckwheat had to offer. And so we're going to dive right into ranked here and see what we can come up with.
yeah, I think the deck is not quite like awesome here. Not going to get you top 10, probably not even top 50. The problem with this deck is it's a bit thin on answers. So if somebody just plays a legendary and you just can't get rid of it, you just lose. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's look at this thing go.
All right.
This opening hand, what do you think?
So I am happy with this just because I have Majestic Skies, but I really would probably redraw just because we don't have any power fixing and we're missing a couple of our lower tier units.
Yep. We don't have any play that affects the board until 4. And
Yeah.
on the draw, I think that's unacceptable.
I agree.
I think you're gonna get run over. This is good.
We play that. Yeah.
Yep. This
Towering Terror's on.
literally-
We play that.
We're only missing double. We're only missing triple time, and wow, this just gets better. Okay.
It does. It does get better. So I'm looking at turn 2, turn 3. It's just gonna get wild.
Yep.
Let's see here.
All right. They don't play anything. Well, they should probably play something, but yeah, everything's cool.
Yeah, we're in good shape right now.
Note that they have a pause on 2, so that cannot be Stone Skin. Now they could have a Stone Skin anyway, but that's
Fair.
not what they have shown. Just keep in mind that they had a pause on 2. What do you think here?
So there's no reason for me to drop that right now. I have a want to bomb that with this and scout. That's what my play would be here. What do you think?
Kill the 3/2.
Yeah.
I think the downside to that play is if you draw a 2-cost card next turn, you're gonna feel kind of silly because what you could have done is a 3 this turn and 2 2s next turn.
Okay.
And you lose that option. The problem with playing Questioning Devotee is you don't have a good target.
So I think we just play the Griffin.
Yeah. I think playing the Griffin is correct. That's up for interpretation, of course, because they have a 1-cost spell, and I think it is like Bullseye or Beaker Blast. And they confidently attack into the 3/3. I don't like blocking here because you can blow up the weapon with the Devotee.
Right.
All right, what do you think here?
I think we do the Devotee and blow up the weapon.
I like that. You are giving them another power. And the other problem with that play is you're playing into their 1-cost spell. You know they're holding a 1 or a 2-cost spell.
Okay.
You know that they did not use it.
So we play Storm Chaser then?
I like playing Storm Chaser just in case they have a 1-power deal 2, which means they would not be able to spend it now.
And I'm gonna attack here.
Yeah, I attack here.
Okay.
And as for whether we take any blocks, I don't think so.
We've got lots of resource, which is life, and so we're gonna stretch that out a little bit.
Now, one thing you can try to do here is if you block the 2/2 and assume he has a Beaker Blast or a Char, he's gonna use that, and your Devotee will survive.
Okay.
So I like the block. The problem is if he has a Stone Skin or something, then you get blown out. So it's up to you.
I actually don't think I block here because let's not block and let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's definitely sitting on an instant that does something there.
Yeah. And what I think is if he makes the same attack next turn, we can blow it out with Thunder Pop.
Yes. Okay. So we did really good there. I think we dropped Towering Terrazon, call it a day.
I like Towering Terrazon and attacking with both. You are getting a bit low, but it's still fine because you can block the 2/2 with the Towering Terrazon and play him for a 2 damage spell, which doesn't help. And if he only swings the 4/3, then we know what it is, and we can play accordingly. So I like this. And this way, there is no chance of wasting mana on your part because you spent all your mana.
Hugo the Boss, thank you for the raid. Welcome, all 27 of you guys. Um, it is myself and Buckwheat. If you don't know who Buckwheat is, he is one of the. Oh, okay, so we know what he's holding.
Yeah,
I don't think we don't block here. We just let it
no
roll.
blocks, no blocks. Yeah.
Buckwheat is one of the top players in the game. Very, very good at crafting. If you're on Eternal Warcry, he's got a lot of decks out there, and he posts on Reddit and other forums as well. So definitely someone awesome to have along for the ride. He helped us brew this deck, and we're just swinging for the fences.
All right. I
So
think
I do
I like.
this. I put that in dude's hand.
Yeah, I want to bounce the 7-5. The question is, I think the play is just our bounce and swing something. Um, so yeah, I definitely bounce the 7-5.
Okay, yeah.
Let's do
I'm
that
bouncing the
first.
7/5.
So I think the two candidate plays here are either our and swing everything, and hope you don't die. Basically, you have a chump blocker, and
I was thinking bomb this for 2.
yeah, if you bomb that,
Then everything
what?
gets in for 12, and then we've got him in the air next turn.
Yeah, that is the other play, and that play, if he has Doom Wave, we're still fine because we have a Terrazon.
Uh,
I like bottom.
yeah, I don't think we need that. We'll swing
Yeah.
with everybody.
So I think this is good. I mean, exposing your 1/1 to the spell he has,
Mm-hmm.
but this way I don't think you're gonna die. I think you're fine.
Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we've got him in the air. I actually think that he goes for the concede. I think he concedes at instant speed right here.
I don't think he's gonna concede.
You
He
don't
has
think so?
6 cards. He's at least gonna play something, but I think we got this one.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So he'll play his card, but I'm betting that it doesn't turn into our turn. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out because he does have a fast spell.
He
He
does.
has Soulfire.
Oh, okay. He's gonna get rid of both of our flyers.
Okay, so if you're gonna go Soulfire, your Mother Zora flips because he has to block the 6/5 unless he has another power. No, he doesn't. Okay. You don't have lethal, unfortunate. Yes, but just attack with both, I guess.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean,
And then
Stone Skin I don't think helped at all.
no.
Yeah, he's blocked with the 4/3. Stone Skin can save your 1/1 when he tries to char it. Oh, but it's not a 1/1 anymore. That doesn't even apply. And just play your hour. And do you like playing the sigil here?
Uh,
I do.
oh yeah, no. I always get the power out of my hand as fast as possible.
Yeah, which is good if they don't have shadow. If the opponent's playing shadow, you shouldn't be getting power out of your hand like ASAP.
Right.
The other thing is if you have any cards that transform your cards into snowballs, if you got anything that benefits from discarding.
Yes.
But I don't think we have anything like that.
There it
Okay,
is.
cool.
All right. Well, conceded instant speed. Throw the exit sign up in the chat. It's like, let's go. Let's go. All right. Well, let's keep on rolling.
Yep.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm just going to step away from the mic.
All right.
There's some people over playing Magic at my house in a different room, and my dog is in his kennel just like letting me know he doesn't want to be in there. So I put him in his room with the bed. Like, you can lay down there.
What do you think about this hand?
Okay, so we're slow, but it's all of our powers fixed right now, and I like that.
I like that too. You can Thunder Pop for 3-drop. As you recall, we have a glut of those. So
yeah,
I think
I keep this.
Yeah, just don't Thunder Pop face. You know, Thunder Pop.
Yeah, no, I never Thunder Pop face.
Okay.
I'm never scared of face.
Oh no, we can't kill that.
No, that's okay. That one's not going to hurt me.
Okay, so I like Seek Power here.
Yes.
Instead of, you can hold Thunder Pop open, but you don't have anything to do 3 right now.
Right.
So you want to thin the deck.
So really, we've got all this that we need.
Yeah. We just need time. We need triple time for the display. We have everything else.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty much good. So.
Yeah. So hopefully we draw something to play for the next 2 turns before Towering can come down. Oh, they're the same colors.
All right, so I inscribe here.
I don't. You
You don't?
already have 6 power in the hand, and the only card you have above that cost is, I guess yeah, you have so much power already.
That's true. I guess there's no point.
Yeah, although since they don't play Shadow, unless they suddenly play a Shadow Sigil, you don't know. Oh, yeah, you can Thunder Pop that.
Yeah, we thunder pop that.
Yeah, you don't want to get that getting bigger. Bottom that.
Yeah, we don't want any more power.
No, we don't.
All right, sweet, dude. We don't need any more power. Hey, I got you this.
Yeah. How much power do we play? Like actual power cards? 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, statistically, we've got it all in our hand for the rest
Oh
of
wow,
the
they
game.
do have Shadow.
Oh,
So the Intruder Alarm might actually like do something.
we're gonna let it happen here.
Yeah, let that happen. The thing about Intruder Alarm is you can bluff something. It
Yes.
could very well be that he didn't play a 2-drop.
Dude.
He thinks your Intruder Alarm is a Thunder Pop. It's happened before. So yeah, just play your 5-drop and hope
Watch
you
it
draw
get destroyed.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
Yes. I'm not dropping with confidence when the guy's holding 7 cards. Like,
But you have no other play.
no, I know, I know.
Don't really have a choice in this one.
All right, let's cross our fingers and cross our toes. Oh, we have 69 viewers. Nice.
That is nice.
Nice. Endurance
Oh, wow.
and warp. All right.
Okay, well we got our. Okay. Yeah, just
swing.
attack. I guess. I don't think we can win this game. I don't think we're gonna outlast him having 5 cards. So we have to start attacking.
Right. Well, what's wild is we are legit gonna get him out.
Yeah,
Like
we're gonna
on
cast him.
curve. Like
On curve. So let's just draw a 7-drop and we'll be all good.
yeah, right. Oh yeah, sure. What
The
card's that?
7-drop that we have.
Yeah. Well, we got the oh no. We need to play him, and then get our guy that has Unleash with flying. That's that's the move.
Okay. So yeah, we let that in. Not much we can do about that.
He's over there doing the math.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Just play your card, okay?
Yeah, like
Oh wow, he only has that, and oh, that is a problem, isn't it?
yeah.
Everything's gonna start getting bigger. Not much we can do though. Let's just
No,
start.
no, not really. We need to blow. God, come on!
I was about to say if we want to inscribe, but no.
We don't even swing.
Yeah, because if you swing, he double blocks, and you only get 1. That's not
Right.
not a good idea. Not
This
a
is
good idea.
bad. We're looking for
We're looking
removal.
for a lot.
Yeah, we're looking for literally anything. That'd be great.
No, that is not great. No, you can't actually.
Yeah, no, can't do that.
All right.
I think
Yeah, sometimes this happens. You draw like 7 power in a row and you just lose.
that's what we did. We drew 7 power in a row.
Oh, Curator. Well,
Not bad.
I think you play the 8-drop first, but
Really?
I think you're losing either way.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
Because otherwise you're too low. Right now you go to 1 if you block the 3/5 and don't lose your guy.
Well,
and then-
we lose the guy. Because
Yeah,
we're not
but
taking the 6.
Yeah, I think that's right, but I don't think this is good.
No. I mean, we're done. The game's over.
Yeah.
Which is an unfortunate. Oh yeah, cool.
Okay, just continue playing into the board wipe that we don't have. But I think if you're that much ahead, like our opponent, you shouldn't be playing into the board wipe. But it's irrelevant here.
Right. Yeah, we're not holding the spell.
Yeah.
But there was nothing. We just got such terrible card draw. Like, come on, man. Who curves into 9 power? Like,
To be fair, we started with 5, but yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. But we drew power every turn.
All right. I don't like this hand.
I love the hand. I wish that we were just
the hand looks good because it has like 3 extra cards that it should do.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't have any power.
This looks great. We just don't have a way to play any of it. Yeah. But it looks good.
Okay, I like this.
I keep this.
Yeah, inscribe the alarm.
I think we do that turn 1, right?
I think we do that turn 2. Turn 1, we play the depleted power, so we have the option to Thunder Pop turn 2, and we
True.
inscribe on turn
Very
3.
fair. Very fair. Yeah.
And we actually do want to play the Thunder Pop to dig for power.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I guess we don't have to. I don't think we play the Platoon either, though, so we still
No.
hold Thunder Pop.
Yeah, I think we hold.
Yeah, we either play Platoon or the Snapping on 4. And I think it's Platoon, because we want them to play their spells before we play the
Right.
Brushstalker. In the late game, it's the opposite. You want them to have spells.
So I feel like we Thunder Pop him right now.
I like popping it. I like popping it.
I just feel like there's a less chance that we're going to see Frenzy. Now,
I
power-wise,
I want to bottom this.
you want to bottom that?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we got the Inscribe, so yeah. I'm with that.
Inscribe next turn, and you want to find something to play this turn. Oh, I guess we play that.
Yeah,
and it turns out if we had kept the power on top, we would have warped this, but we couldn't have known.
Yeah, right. Hindsight 2020 and all that.
Yeah. Harvey Harvester, okay. I like playing the Brushstalker. Okay, so Inscribe and 4-drop, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
You could play 3, 3 of the platoons at some point.
Yeah, looking for that next turn would be good. Ooh, we play this. We put this on the platoon.
Well, let's see. I want to discard the 8-drop.
I do too.
We're not going to get to that before it's relevant.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, there's Nico.
Yeah, Nico is a good card.
Very good. All right. Huh.
So we can't play the display. I think we just play the 4-drop and pass. Do you want to block Nico with the 1-2? Because if you don't, you swing it.
Yeah, I think the one attack isn't really enough. I think the block is better.
Yeah, just in case they bounce the Brushstalker again. Okay. Yeah, I like this block just in case they can do 1 damage.
Yes.
Oh, well, it turns out they can.
All right, cool.
So they get Nico back. I guess we have to swing the 5/5.
Yeah, we definitely got to swing the 5/5.
Nico can't block.
Ooh.
Well, that doesn't actually help because there's no overwhelm and it exhausts your guy. So I think you just swing, and no matter what he does, you play 2 platoons.
So my thought was play the platoon and then play this on the platoon to blow up Nico, then swing for 5.
Nico can't block, so you're swinging for that anyway. And
okay.
If you play 2 platoons, one of them is going to block Nico.
True. Yeah, I forgot that Nico can't block. That's big oversight.
Okay, so let's just play 2 of those. I like blocking just Nico.
Yep.
Oh, I guess we don't have another option.
He also likes just blocking Nico.
And he's gonna play that, okay. And that, okay. So we can...
Ooh.
So, yeah, we can give our platoon charge and Dragon Breath to the 1/3 if we want.
That's what my thought was.
Yeah, the problem with that... I guess we play this at fast just in case he charges a 7/7 or something. So yeah, we can mentor the 5/5, kill the 1/3 flyer. We're gonna be taking a bit of damage this turn, but I think that's okay. And if he doesn't play anything too scary, we are going to give the platoon charge. So.
Oh, okay. I got you. Just kind of be patient on the platoon.
Yeah, and so now on the end step, we target face, and it'll let you pick. There we go.
There it is. Cool.
Now the question is if we we'll play that. Oh no, we'll play that.
We play that, yeah, for sure. I think we attack first though. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters. Do you like the attack here? I do.
I do. He has to trade.
Well, he double blocks and he loses the 3/4. We lose the 5/5. And I think that we can accept that. It's not like the greatest trade. If you play
well, he's only sitting on 1 card, and we're about to get really far ahead. So now,
Okay,
I play 3 of these guys.
I play 3 of these guys too. And the question, the reason is I might top deck a tenured graviturgist.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick. Like, let's
Yeah,
put those boys back in our hand, please.
yeah. I might top deck questioning devotee.
hmm The sound effect for those little guys is like a child sneeze.
This is almost too easy.
All right. Unblockable. I swing with everybody again here.
I swing everybody. I agree. You can't block that, so what are
Yeah.
your guys for?
We're gonna make him trade.
Yep, and just play. Now, question: do you think you are ahead by enough to play around a board wipe?
I think I'm ahead by enough to play this and not this.
I think if you're gonna play something, it's the Towering Terrazon because you're getting around Saloon Massacre and End of an Era. Um, but if you, my play is to not play anything. But
Okay.
I know Shadow has life gain, life steal, so
Right.
it's reasonable to play it too. I'm sure like you can math it out. What are the odds that they have a sweeper that you want to play around? But they top deck the Seek Power, so we're done.
Yeah. Tikas, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. All right, we are on our way.
Yep, we are 2 and 3. We're still losing.
Well, the only reason we're 2 and 3 is because I lost games before I started playing. like we started at a -2 loss because the opening day of the event, I built a deck and was like, "Yeah, this will be good," and then I lost 2 games in a row. I was like, "Oh, this is not good."
So the thing about sealed is most sealed pools should not be played at all week 1. You literally just don't have enough playables and don't have enough fixing to make a deck, and that's most sealed pools.
Yeah, I think that's why I got beat up real bad because I thought I had something good and then it just
Yeah.
didn't go good. Okay, so like,
I don't want this hand.
yeah, I don't love it. There's 5 power. I played a hand once with 5 power and it turned into
wait.
9.
All right, we keep this.
Yeah, we keep this for sure. All right, drop that boy.
Oh, just play that. I mean, it doesn't do
Yeah.
anything yet, but
No, it's good to
hopefully
get out though. It costs us nothing to have it because we don't have a turn 3 or a 3 drop, so like that'll open this up for whatever he's about to play against us,
which is nothing.
which
Okay,
is
well.
nothing.
Let's just continue playing nothing.
Yeah, I can sit here and do. I can do nothing too. I'm good at that.
Oh,
This-
I guess we can blow that up.
Hey, we talked about that nothing. Let me show you what that looks like.
Oh,
I'm putting
no, we
that on
don't.
the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember that game we got 9 power with
Yeah,
Bob?
yeah. Oh, hey, remember that time? Let me show you what that looks like
Oh.
again.
Do you want to tempo this out? Just have a 3-3 for 4 out, or I like tempoing this out.
I play this right now. Yeah.
Yeah. If we were a 2/2 flyer, then I would be more apprehensive. But it being a oh no,
Oh,
well,
that's
it's a 2/2 flyer now.
That is a travesty.
Well, what can you do? Sometimes that
Not a lot.
happens.
We can cry about it.
All right. Do you play the big guy or the little guy?
In this case, I play the big guy because it's a blocker. Like we probably stop him from swinging.
The problem is he's playing the color. I guess princess. She's playing the color with the most removal. So I actually like playing the small thing, just in case it eats removal, and then you play the big thing. Now, it may be the case that your big thing eats the removal anyway. It may be the case that they don't have removal. Because if they swing here, you're not blocking, just in case they have any trick.
True.
Yeah, you can't block this.
And he's holding some kind of trick because
Yeah,
it
there's
was a
something.
pause.
And, yeah, it could be saddle up, could be literally anything you don't know. But I think, oh well, there's that.
Well, that's really special.
But yeah. Okay. I think you hold back the 2/2 for the 1/1 and just play your 6/5. And no attacks. And it's really passive, but might
No, I
be the
got
best.
you. I mean, we're building a wall right now.
Oh.
Busted.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I
Okay.
guess we kill that, but what happens next? I guess nothing. We just sit here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. The problem is that we're gonna lose our 3/5 to the 1/1.
Yeah.
I wonder why that didn't happen last turn. Because he wants just to block the 6/5.
Oh, it's because he's sitting on a lights out.
Yeah, but if okay, I kind of get it.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
I guess we can take care of the 4 this.
get that power fixed.
Yep. Yeah. Let's start with this. There is the argument for holding a turn with a display just in case you draw a platoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
like if we get platoon, this is.
But now that it's a 6,
Yeah, we don't take 6.
And there's still the trick. And now that we know its cost, their fast spell is 2 cost. We know it is. Oh, I guess it's suspicion. I was gonna say we know it's not saddle up.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't. So that's the one time suspicion's been good. I've never seen the cards that can be that good. Oh, he has something else. Threat. Wow.
Oh yay.
Well, we're dead next turn if we don't draw something.
Hey, we drew something. There's that sweet ass power, dude.
Yeah, we're done here.
Gosh. And we're not even running that many power, man.
No, we're running like 16.
Like 16,
power.
yeah. Like that's.
Yeah,
right?
sometimes
16 is the number. Let me just double check that for fact's sake. 16, yeah, like
16 and a seek power and an inscribe. Yeah,
our curve is good. We're not.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is our fault.
No, it's we got rolled by the math game. That's all right though. All right.
There's a lot of people playing the event right now.
There is. The queue time is great.
Okay, nice head. I think we redraw this.
In my heart, I want to play this. No.
I don't like this.
I don't either. We're pigeonholed into playing like it. It's like, hey, you're gonna play time. It's like, oh, am I? Like, thanks. All right.
All right. Just play the primal sigil.
Yeah, I always hold that back as long as possible because you never know what you're gonna top deck.
Of course.
In this case, next turn it comes out as blue. We play this. We pray that we top deck a power to get into that.
Oh no, that's our worst possible draw.
Yeah, like if there. Thanks for that, game. Appreciate you.
All right, so we just play that.
Which our flyers are gonna get way out of hand.
Yeah, if we draw any, we
yeah,
draw power and some flyers.
Statistically speaking, we're due for 9 power in a row. Like based on all of my previous games.
Nope.
Fuck.
All we can do is that. I think we don't play it.
No, I'm not scared of a 1-drop.
No,
it's fine. Like you can get in for 1 all day long. That's cool. Like,
and you don't want that to die because it buffs something.
Not really.
Yeah, you want to play nothing until they play everything from their hand, and then you let it die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a pause.
Yep.
Take note. Pause on 3.
Good day for farming.
And he kept it, so he knows what he's getting. Dude.
Well, I guess that's all our non-power cards that we needed a few times. I still don't think you played the 2-1.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like 4 is not terrible, but this is rough, man. We're getting beat up.
In limited, you have to have the mental fortitude to withstand these swings, because you have a lot fewer tools to smooth out your curve in limited. So this happens a lot more.
Our opponent is curving out perfectly, and I'm losing my mind.
Well, if we get a green, we can play that.
Yeah. Whatever. We got 1 more turn before we've got to play the platoon, and the platoon's not going to do anything other than just die.
So there is an argument to conceding instead of playing the platoon, just so the opponent doesn't know you have it, in case we play each other again.
Oh. Yeah. Well, here we are.
You can play Windstreamer. It blocks the 1/2.
Yep. We need.
I'm pretty sure this game is just over because he's holding a fast spell, so the Wind
Yeah.
Screamer is not even gonna live.
Yeah, Wind Screamer dies here.
No, maybe not.
Weapon, maybe.
Or maybe he just doesn't care and
Yeah, it's just
playing a 4-drop.
gross.
Oh, that's a 3/3. It's not gonna help. I guess it
No.
helps more than anything else we can do.
Yeah.
We're still literally just dead.
Yeah,
It's
still
7.
game. Because it's here, and he gets in for 7. Ugh, gross.
Oh no, even the concede button is not working.
Okay, video game. We'll do it your way.
Well, we lost so hard we broke the concede
Yeah,
button.
yeah. It's like games like, you don't need to play anymore. Sweet. What an exciting situation.
This actually has happened to me a couple of times. I try to concede, but I close the client, and I feel bad for my opponent because it looks like I'm just BMing them, just roping. But
Yeah, that's what I've done. I've just closed the client. I'll reopen here. While
Oh.
that is booting up, I'm going to put my dog in the backyard. He's letting me know that he has to go potty. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Come on, let's go outside. So I feel like the server's crashed.
Like Eternal's down.
Like Eternal is not working, my dude.
Well, that explains why we drew 9 power in a row.
I mean, I'd love to say, yeah, that's the reason. Okay, yeah, Wolfbane is also trying to do the same thing. He says it's stuck on connecting. So I think
Oh, okay.
it's maybe it won't give us the loss for that last game.
Maybe it doesn't count. All right. So while we're waiting for this, I just like to reiterate what we basically did. What we did is we kind of got the process of building a sealed pool down to a science, or not quite a science, but we broke it down. We broke the process down into a few actionable steps that each of them make sense. First, we tallied up our playables, number of playables in each color, and number of good playables, like premiums in each color, and then we just found which colors we have the best and most cards in. We built a deck with those colors, and we examined a couple of options with a couple different splashes. We ended up with a couple of candidate lists, and we picked one of them. So that is just it's better than just winging it and having no plan and just going into it and hoping it's good.
Now, that's been my whole life. Up to this point. But yeah, there definitely was a lot of strategy there. And so for those of you that weren't here during the deck building process, to parry off of what Buckwheat was saying, basically we went through all of my cards by color, and then we put all the cards that we would play into the deck, and then we took note of how many there were. So it's like for red, I had 9 that were playable, 2 that we were excited about. And for time, I had 15 playable, 7 that we were excited about, and so on and so forth. And so we ended up narrowing it down to which ones we had the most playable cards that had the most excitement that would pair well with the other colors. And so that's why we ended up coming up with what we have.
Yep.
In doing so, we were great with time and primal, and then we decided to splash a little green, which worked really well with the deck that we had created.
Although the deck actually didn't win too much because we drew
No.
9 power.
Yeah, it's because we've been getting our shit pushed in real bad by everything. Yeah, so
So if Eternal, oh, data loaded, so maybe it's back up.
I mean, I'm not holding my breath, but yeah, perhaps. Um, apparently the Waystone overlay is still up, and it says like what card was got put into my browser or put in my hand and stuff. So that's funny. Actually, the Waystone overlay is, well, for me, it's outdated.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've noticed that. Sometimes it doesn't have the newest cards.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't. Challenger was in a game and it died for him. Zaffo says that they're in a game right now and it seems to be working for them. So it's
Maybe
it's
if
a total roll of the dice right now and what we're up
yeah.
against. Thank you everybody for hanging out, all 75 viewers. Thank you for tuning into this special edition of my stream. Buckwheat
Of
has been awesome. So
yeah,
thank you very much, Buckwheat, for coming and hanging out. It's
yeah, I'm as good as anyone at staring at the eternal loading screen.
oh yeah, no, we are all professionals in that, right? So like it's bless up on the pronouns. It's been awesome. We've been having a lot of fun. So all I can say is thank you very much for coming and hanging out. It's been wonderful. I've learned a lot. I think that the amount of discussion we had around the cards and what's available for folks is going to be really cool. And so I think that once this VOD is out there on YouTube, there's going to be some info for somebody that's new coming into this to kind of see why we would think through that. I mean, I'm not ready to shut down the stream by any means, but I'm also not going to sit here and watch this thing spin for 2.5 hours. So we're going to give it a go and see what's up.
Yeah. How about like if someone's in game and playing? Do you want to try restarting the client again?
Yes, I will right now.
Okay.
We're gonna shut it down. Just mash Alt F4. If I do that, you know what's gonna oh, I can't believe it! It worked! and I shut it down at that moment. We were there. We were there. We were so close. Oh my gosh. That's funny. That is so funny. All right. I am just blown away by the way that just happened. If you're not watching the stream, Buckwheat is on me with Discord. So TV Kelly says, "Welcome back, Buckwheat. It's been a while." And there's been a handful of other people that have been saying good things about you. So there's quite a following of folks that are happy that you're here and showing up.
Thanks for the kind words, everybody. I'm back, and well, that's all I can say right now. But let's see what else happens.
Right. Absolutely. You know, it's one day at a time, one game at a time. So it's
yeah.
It's as soon as I had actually grabbed a deck off of Reddit that Buckwheat had posted, and I messaged him. I said thanks for the deck, and he said thanks for the kind words and stuff. And then the other night, dude, when you played me in that game, and then you were in stream and said thanks for the game, I made my night, bro. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I have been known to pull that kind of prank.
Oh, you played me like a fiddle. Like, all right.
By the way, you could have won that game.
Dude, I know.
there's a few lines that I didn't agree with, but you know that's in the past.
Yeah, no.
Looks like it did count the loss, unfortunately.
Oh, it does. It does look like that. I am the champion of misplays, and I say it all the time in my streams. Like everybody's here to help me do better.
And that's part of the benefit of streaming.
All right. We are back in live. It's working now.
And I actually like this hand.
I've got mana fixing.
Yeah, you got fixing, but you don't have enough power. The thing is, if you get to 3, you get to 5, which I think is fine.
I say I roll this.
I like it. I mean,
I play this.
Yeah. I mean, it is a bit risky. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I've got a D20 on my screen right now. That's my streaming border. Like we'll just roll the dice, man. We might critical miss, but we're gonna go all in on it. So, all right. Based on everything I've ever played, we either get 9 power in a row or none for 4 turns.
And we got plays for like the next 2 turns, even if we get nothing.
True.
I think attacking is fine here.
Oh yeah, I always swing.
Against the Xenon in particular, they have a lot of ambush stuff, so swinging into open power is not always the best idea. I don't think it's as much of a big deal in. Oh wow, they have a level 3 Shadow Totem.
Yeah, that Shadow Totem is dope. Like I was like, oh man, it looks way cooler than mine.
Yeah, well, you gotta level up your Shadow.
I don't even know how to do that.
You just play decks with Shadow in them.
Oh, like what level do you got to be to get that?
100.
Gross. I'm in like the 40s. I Challenger sitting here like laying out all the details. It's like, yes, I know I have a faction level and it's low. That's funny. All right, so we will ask our opponent, "What are you up to?" Maybe he got disconnected because that's the way the game's been going.
Oh, maybe you both got disconnected. Maybe we're disconnected right now.
No. I can click on the board. We're fine. Nothing's disconnected.
Okay.
I can make it. Man, his Shadow Totem is so cool.
Oh, yeah, he's playing to level 100. I think he deserves it.
I deserve it. I want it.
He played a level 100.
No.
You're not even playing a Shadow deck, right? Oh, wow, okay. I don't... Yeah, we don't even have to take the damage. We can just play the...
Oh, yeah, we don't need to take the damage because we can do that, play into this, and then grab the time.
Yeah, and we have everything.
Yeah, and we're power set. That's pretty great. And then, so, I want to get the Unleash feature out of this. I think next turn I actually play this.
Yeah, Duelist Blade by itself is fine. If you play like a 2/2 Relic Weapon by itself, it's bad because they can just play their guys accordingly. But it's a lot harder to dodge a 4/4 Relic Weapon that way. So I think, yeah, just playing it by itself is fine.
My dog is once again in the backyard yelling at the neighbors, so I'm going to bring him inside. I'll be gone for about 45 seconds.
All right.
All right, perfect timing. I'm back. We're ready to go.
Yeah, I think the opponent's disconnected.
I agree wholeheartedly. And we're going to get as much gaming in as we possibly can as fast as we can.
I think they lose this turn if they don't reconnect.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're still in. You can actually play it slow and just draw a flying unit with your 6 power. But yeah, you can draw whatever the analyst, I guess, but or the Stormcrasher or the Gravature just or
yeah.
I like analyst, but I don't think it matters at all.
Yeah, no, we're so far ahead. It's just
well, yeah, the opponent didn't play.
Yeah. I know. It's like Challenger says, it's a pro gamer move. Like, we take these because we got our shit pushed in 3 games in a row. Like,
yeah, we'll take that.
All right.
Not the most satisfying way to win, but a win is a win.
A win is a win. All right.
Wow, these queues have been instant.
Oh,
I guess
I know.
because everybody's reconnecting. I like this hand. You only got 1 time, but you only need 1 time so far.
Oh, this is a pretty cool totem. It's Dragony Boy right there.
Yeah, not bad.
I don't think I've seen this one ever, actually.
Oh, Majestic Skies again. Sure, let's play it.
So if I play this, I get it out for free. Like I get a free swing with it, which is what I like.
The problem with playing this is they can play their units accordingly. Say they have 2 different 2-drops, a 1/3 and a 3/1. You don't want them to know which one they should play first. But that's my reasoning for not running out the Relic Weapon.
Okay, I respect that.
But running it out is, yeah. Like if they had
a separate option.
Yeah, a separate option, then they wouldn't have known.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
They could even just not even play the 3-1 and just play their 3-drop before they play their 2-drop. I guess you, yeah, I guess you play the Storm Crasher. I don't like spending removal on that,
Yeah, no, I don't either. I think that would be a waste.
especially since you can block it with a 3-5, even if it's a 4-4,
Right.
which it isn't yet. Oh no, that's gonna be a problem.
Ooh, it's gonna get spicy. All right, that's good. I say we turn him into something right now.
Do you not
no,
want to?
No, we do this. We do this. We do this.
Yeah. Do you not want to just block it? Because you can turn it. It doesn't matter how big it gets. You can transform it into
Transform it
1/1
later.
anytime.
Yeah.
And whenever you want. Charge. Okay. I guess we just.
We're letting that
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. Because it becomes a 3/3 next turn.
Yeah.
And next turn, if he tries to use some sort of trick, you can bounce the Grumble.
I think we do.
Yeah. I don't mind. I don't mind that. The thing is, if you balance the champion, you can swing with the 3/5, but I don't think I care. In fact, I might even bluff with the 3/5 and swing that, because you have 2 power open. And Thunder Prop is a common card. The problem is if he has something.
Yeah. No. So the bluff is frivolous.
Yeah. I think that's not the best, because you can, if you do it next turn, you have the Nevermore.
Chat is saying that our 8-drop is a very brave card to have.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely the spiciest card in here. Okay, looks like he doesn't have a trick. He didn't even swing the 4/4. He didn't swing anything. Do you like swinging the 3/5, or do you like holding it?
So we swing the 3/5, and we let him double block, and then we use this to turn that into a Raven. That's my move.
That's the idea. If he has,
he just lets us in. That's
okay.
Fine.
That's fine. So now, you have to decide if you want to play 2 platoons.
I think I played 2 platoons.
Does that do anything on this board? Neither of them can get through for anything. They do some.
It lets us double block over here.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. What I'm thinking is, if you hold up the Nevermore, I guess, yeah, clogging up the ground is the right thing to do. You get 1 more power, you can draw a card of your choice with, oh wow.
Oh, well, yeah, either 8 or that baby's going to be 16.
Nice 16 drop you got there.
Yeah, no, we'll get there. Statistically,
Oh, wow.
we'll get there. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
I think that's a mistake. I think he should have transferred.
We do this, and we go after the Unleash unit.
Yeah, Unleash. There we go.
Right here.
Yep. 100% agree. And just swing the 3/3 again. Just 5-turn clock.
Yeah, wow. That was dumb. Like, of all the... like, you're scared of a 5/6 flyer? Okay.
This deck is not bad, actually.
All
Champions, whatever. But yeah, you can play 2 flyers, just get in for 2, and just hope the ground holds.
Well, we can chump block for a couple of turns, and then we are 2 turns away from lethal. Like, we swing for 6, and so...
Yeah, this is looking good if he doesn't have a Doom Wave. And the question of the
Oh, double damage!
It doesn't matter, the platoons block it.
Yeah.
And he has no cards.
True.
I would have used both platoons to just get rid of it.
Yeah, that would have been smart. I mean, I can... It's alright. Ooh, whoa. Oh, ability. Yeah, let's do that.
Do you not want to hold up Nevermore? Does it matter that it's a 4... It's a 2-turn clock either way. Does it matter that it's a 2-turn clock even if he answers one thing at the expense of not having Nevermore up? I think it is. I think you do the ultimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is fine, because now even if he answers a 2/2, it's still... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we've got him whooped. Even if he puts a flyer up, we've got him beat.
Yeah, my concern is just dying right now. But yeah, you block as much damage as you can.
I was going to let him in for 7, but kill here.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that does exactly 8 damage that doesn't do 7.
Right.
I'll drive them back.
Okay, we got this.
Hooray! We'll take it.
Yep, we'll take those.
We take those.
All right, we got a shot to get back to even. Not bad.
Not bad. I take that.
Yep, let's do it.
The curve is nice, like 2, 3, 4. Just let's go, and it's just like bigger. That guy comes out as a 4/4. Like
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't play the platoon on turn 2.
no, we play the platoon on turn 4.
I guess if they play like an ambush on 1 and a thrill seeker on 2, you might play it on 2. But
yeah.
The price of progress.
This could go either way.
yeah, the sad thing is you have the Wind Screamer, but not much frenzy, so you can't really use it the full potential of the card. But I don't think we mind. Might be Thunder Popping on turn 2. Who knows?
We pass judgment.
I don't like Thunder Pop here. I think the things he has out is not threatening enough. And
Yeah, no, I'll take let him ping me for 1 for a bunch of turns.
Yeah, and take the 2 from the stranger. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. If you want to just maximize all your value, you want to play Wind Screamer on 3, 2 platoons on 4, pick one of the platoons up on 5, and play 3 bigger platoons on 6. But I'm not sure if you're gonna live for all that.
All right, so we're here.
So if you're gonna play the ready power, you would play Wind Screamer. Another option would have been to play Intruder Alarm Inscribe and
Thunder
pop
Pop
the
that.
3/2. You take a bit less damage that way, and you're not exposing Wind Screamer to removal. But given that you've already played the way you did, this is the only line. Just play the Wind Screamer.
Yep.
Foothills Alpha. That is not a good card.
Not a good card. All right, so
2
we're
platoons.
here.
Yep.
We
I think you do lose the 2 life just in case you draw the display, but
no,
it
because
is
we inscribe here next turn.
yeah, and that gives you double, but you need triple to play your whole deck.
That's true. I'm hesitant to take the 2 damage though right now.
Yeah, can you?
I don't think I can afford it.
I think you can afford it because he's stuck on 3, so you're not going to be losing that much
So
life.
we're double platooning though, right? Like that's
Yeah,
the move.
I like double platoon, block with 1 platoon, somehow, and pick one of the platoons up next
With
turn.
this, yeah, and give it +1/+1. I agree.
And if we live, I guess he got a 4th power. Spike the Buckler.
Oh, our opponent has an 85 card deck.
That is impressive. That's why there's Foothills Alpha. Oh, well, we got punished for not losing the
Don't
life.
say those words to me.
Okay, so just pick up a platoon. I think we hold everything else back.
Yep.
See, if we had another power, the time power, we could have given that charge.
Yeah. We're gonna top deck one. It's statistic.
Okay, fine. Yeah, we're gonna top deck 9 power in a row from here. The funny thing is, if we top deck 9 power in a row from here, we probably win because we can draw a flyer of our choice with the relic.
And then be able to just unleash it.
Play,
all right.
Play everything.
That'd be fine. I can't believe our opponent is playing with so many cards. Like that's nutty.
Oh well, we lost our relic, so we're gonna take 3 in the air.
Yeah. Sick.
That is a problem.
Kinda.
But I don't think we have an alternative. We just have to take 3 next turn as well. Yeah, we played that. And
We put that on Platoon.
Do you want to put that on Platoon, or do you want to Thunder Pop and trade away your 3/3 to get rid of his flyer?
I can take a few more in the air.
Or you can Thunder Pop his face, give something flying to block his 3/4. Give your Wind Screamer flying, double block the 3/4.
That's a... No, we do it the other way. We drop these and give one of these flying. Because then it'll be a 4/3. And so it kills it.
Okay, so you want to take 3 this turn?
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't play it yet. Play it like...
All right, well,
okay,
I'm committed, bro. We're already there. I swing.
Fine.
I get in for 3 right now.
Yeah, you swing. Actually, no, you don't.
Well, I swing. I swung.
It blocks the 2/3 and 2/2. Now, like, you might just die.
We can't vanquish because he's a 3/4. Chat's telling me to vanquish. And it's like, only thing we can vanquish is the Minotaur.
You can vanquish the 4/4. But if opponent doesn't swing team, which I think opponent should swing everything. Oh,
opponent swings everything. Okay, we're here.
Yeah, I think you block 2/3, 2/2, 3/2, and just trade everything off. Block the 2/3 with the 1/3 and trade away the 2/1. Both of the 2/1s.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is okay. It's
we're getting close to death here, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is okay. And what can happen here? Oh no, there's no way to do that either. Yeah, if you only play 2 platoons and Thunder Pop face to give it flying, that I don't like that.
I think we cycle.
Yeah, of course. You thin the deck. Pick the time sigil. Although I don't think it matters.
No, it doesn't.
If you just play 3 platoons and go to 1, what does that look like?
A lot more valuable for
next turn.
For next turn.
And I like holding back the 3/3.
Okay, we do that.
Yeah, I think this is our best chance. If you're gonna swing anything, I think it's a 4/3, but holding back everything is also fine.
Yeah. So what we do this. We Thunder Pop face.
Yeah.
I block.
Do you want to block?
No, because I die. We let him in. And then we just pray.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
That's better.
That is better. So we silence the flyer.
Yeah, we silence the flyer and attack with our flyer. And have Thunder Pop back up in case he attacks with everything. The other play is to vanquish the 4/4. I don't like vanquishing a 4/4. I have 3 4/3s on the ground. I'm not afraid of the 4/4.
So what do you think?
I think I pass.
All right, fair enough.
And besides that, I might even consider end step Thunder Popping face to give one of the 4/3s flying, make it a 5/4, have a 2-turn clock in the air, because we can't give him that many draw steps.
True.
Every draw step we allow is one where he might just I like Thunder Pop face, give a 4/3, and don't do it yet.
We're doing it.
Fine, okay. Give that flying, attack with every flyer, and oh no, not with every flyer, we die. Attack with the 5/4 and 3/3, and vanquish the 4/4.
Yeah.
And just play him for having absolutely nothing. And we have lethal in the air next turn if he doesn't have anything.
If he doesn't have anything.
I
don't do it. I did it, bro. We're all in.
Because the thing is, we have 1 life, and he's playing a color combination that has pinks. So we have no time. We have to end the game now.
Flying Lifesteal, what's up?
We can't.
Let's go!
Wait, you see, he was winning.
We take those.
We take those. We take those. But my reasoning is we have to end the game before he draws a ping. So we can't. The fewer draw steps we give him, the better it is.
A lot of first-time chatters. Hey, thanks for shouting out, you guys, and hanging out. Lots of first-time chatters. If you guys are new to the game, I'm Cornnut, playing with Buckwheat. Buckwheat is he's awesome. Been playing a long time. A lot of people are saying they're here for you, Bucky boy. So there, you got a lot of fans.
I appreciate it, everybody. Thanks for the support.
So there's lot of really good support for you. So it's awesome to have you on, man. I usually stream in the evening. So if you are a daytime watcher of the Twitch game, I usually get on around 7:30 or 8 most nights and stream through the week. But Buckwheat I reached out to him, was like, hey, would you help me? We do a little collab, help me build a deck and play, and we talked about some stuff, and he agreed, and that's what we've been doing all day. So it's been quite a good ride. So thank you guys all for watching and hanging out. It's been good. We're having a great time. We're winning games we shouldn't.
Yeah, I think that previous game, if the opponent played correctly, we would have lost.
100%.
If we played incorrectly, we also would have lost.
I keep that.
This hand's good. Yep, let's keep it.
Dude, Kemarav or Key Marav says that you are the GOAT. So
yeah, maybe I was, not anymore. Wait, how is that how it works? Like, can you be the GOAT and then not? I'm not gonna get into that.
Can you be the GOAT, but then like not be the best anymore, but still be the GOAT? Yes, because once you're the greatest of all time, you peaked, and nobody will achieve the same level of greatness.
No, I am. So my regret, I don't think it's regret because I still have time to fix it. Is I never really had much tournament success. I was never good in competitive organized play. I only grinded a bunch of ladder back in the day. Do you play the 1-2 here? I like it. I
play this to just get ramp.
Yeah, I like ramping. And the thing is, if he has a trick to blow up your unit, you'd rather lose a 2-3 than a 3-3.
Yeah.
Looks like he does not have such a trick. So it's your turn to either play...
I pair those and then do it again.
Yeah, I like that. I like platoon. Next turn, get one of the platoons back. Do you want to swing? Because if you swing, you're losing. You're letting the 1-2 activate.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay. So you're not blocking the 3-2.
I guess not.
I don't think he's attacking with a 3-2. He doesn't know you have a bounce, and he doesn't want to trade.
We're off to the races, dude. Like,
yep. Play the 3-drop and the other 3-drop. Bounce a 2-1. We got plenty of value. We got the ultimate on the relic, looking good. Got 5 coming in the air. That's a 5-turn clock. So the 2 attacks you've made actually didn't shorten the clock at all.
Crazy, right? This stupid clock. We need to get one that keeps better time.
We are playing time. We need triple time.
That's right. I feel like I bombed that thing, dude. Like, strangers do not have lifesteal. Like,
do you care? You're gonna play 3-2-1s.
I kind of care. I feel like.
I don't think so. I think if you play 3-2-1s and then give them all +1/+1 next turn, that's a huge board. You don't care about 4 lifesteal on the ground if you got 5 in the air attacking.
Fair.
And if he swings too many, there's always the threat of the questioning devotee getting in. The threat is stronger than the execution. And if the 4/4 attacks, do you want to block?
Yeah, double block.
Yeah, because it would be a double block with or without the +1/+1 on it. And you have to single block this, of course.
I feel like, yeah, we just let it die.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have a choice. It's got taunt.
Well, I was gonna maybe block with this guy and just let it die, but no, we'll hang out.
No, I think the better idea is to do this. All right, so you're obviously playing the hour because it's like free. The question is, what else do you do? You can play a big dino. You can give everything +1/+1, or you can transform the 3/3 in the air.
I think
I like playing the dino because giving everything +1/+1 at this juncture doesn't improve any of your blocks, and no attacks. I like holding back here and giving everything +1/+1 next turn is going to be devastating. Yeah, the attack here, because you could. Next turn you can attack
we just
for
chill.
free.
Give everybody +1/+1.
Yeah, if everything gets +1/+1, you don't have to take the trade. Like he doesn't. The 3/3 doesn't even trade with you. Now this line is greedy. I think if the opponents if they had more cards in hand, I think giving everything +1/+1 right now would be the better play. But given that they have not shown an ability to answer much, we can just go as greedy as we want with the. Ooh, all right.
What have you done? Oh my god.
Okay, we got too much good stuff going on. There's. Do you want to warp? I don't mind warping.
I kind of want to give everybody +1/+1, so then we've got blockers.
Yeah.
And then next turn we put that in our hand. Like I get it. Like pulling that off the stack is good, but really,
I think that's
this
a
is
feel-good
better.
play that we just don't need. We have cards in hand. We're not going to run out of cards. We don't need to draw a card. We need to win the game before their giant guy comes into play.
Right.
Do you swing the 4/4 or do you wait to ultimate the 4/4? Or do you just hold back for now?
I feel like I swing the 7/6 and make him trade badly. Like,
does he trade badly? His trades the 4/4 and 3/2 on the ground. Oh yeah, that's good for us. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah, we can blow up a double block in the air with the Nevermore if it comes to that.
or he just lets us in, dude. Like,
take 7. I'm fine with that.
yeah.
Perimeter clear.
That is actually
That looks
not
like a
scary.
1/1 Raven to me. Like, just throwing it
Actually,
out there.
like, do you care about it? You just block it with 2 3/2s. Nothing else.
All right,
like,
fair enough. I think I pick up one of these 3/2s.
Yeah. You can also just swing in the air and blow up a double block that he's going to try on the 4/4.
Oh, yeah. So just here and here.
Yeah, I actually like that better.
Okay.
Because you're literally threatening lethal in a million ways. He might have to throw away the 4/4 into your dinosaur.
Yeah, let's see. He's going to double block here. I think I get rid of that one because I don't like revenge.
Yeah, of course. Even though if you transform the other one, you take out both. Yeah.
What's he got? What's he got? I must say, Buckwheat, I'm having a great time. We've had some good laughs and we've had some silly games. It's been a good day.
All right, so take out the 3/4. Yeah, this is okay.
Yeah, this is okay. This is.
And you have a 3-turn clock in the air. Yeah, and well, technically not because he can throw away the 4/4 for him life anytime he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Now, something funny you can do is the Questioning the Devotee and the Graviturgist can bounce each other indefinitely, and the Devotee just gets bigger every time. I think,
my god!
I think that's. I think you don't need to do something like that at this point.
Just like, what are you doing? I don't know. We're spending mana each turn and having a great time, dude.
All right. So first things first, let's swing the 3/4. I don't think there's a reason not to. No. Okay. We might actually go for that play. Because we need the flyer out to threaten.
So you're thinking, pick this up?
Well, I like picking up the Questioning Devotee and using the Questioning Devotee to pick up a 3/2. Or, like, do you...
I think I kind of love this.
is that the play you want to do?
Yeah.
Are you gonna pick up the?
Actually, the play. We pick up Grumbo. Like, oh no, we pick this back up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the thing is, you don't have 7 power anymore. Your ramp got silenced, so you can't. Like, it's way too slow. You're gaining +1/+1 every 2 turns.
We'll
I think it's yeah.
We'll just get wide and we'll yeah. We're doing silly moves here. Like,
Perimeter clear.
That card is okay. So we can.
I feel like I'm taking 2 for the green just to be able to have this.
Yeah, of course.
But I feel like I play all these right now. I play 3 of these.
Yeah, I think playing 3 platoons and swinging the air
Is the move,
I
yeah.
I think the only way he comes back is a board wipe, and even with the board wipe, we have we're 1 power off of playing the 8-drop huge flyer that we can grab with the relic.
True. It's getting silly.
No loitering.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't matter. None of that matters. Just just keep things alive. Double block the 3/6 with the 2 3/2s, and I don't even like blocking the 7/7.
Yeah, I take 7, dude, like, with
Yeah.
open arms.
All right. No
So-
lethal, I don't think.
I think I take this and I blow the 7/7 up with this.
But does the 7/7 matter? The only thing that matters right now is the air, unless you want to push lethal on the ground.
I just like the idea of
Okay,
removing
first
that.
of all, do you have lethal? Like, if you play the Awakened Sentinel and blow up the 3/2, attack with everybody, is that lethal? I'm too lazy to do the math. You can do the math.
So he goes blocks our biggest guys. So he's only got 4 blockers. So he blocks 1, 2, 3. No, we're off.
Okay, I think I actually like drawing a unit with the relic, just in case they somehow blow it up and we don't get to do that. But it really doesn't matter. We won this game. Yeah, and I would draw the Unleash.
Okay.
And just swing only the air. I guess you can
We
swing
could-
the 7/6.
7/6 and make him trade not favorably.
I don't think we need to, but we can.
I mean, he's gonna block here and here. I feel like I killed the 4/4.
Yes. I don't want to block.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with taking it.
You do have a triple with the 3/2, 3/2, and 2/3, but why? Just swing in the air and play 2 Griffins.
I have
Or
the
is-
ability to.
Yeah, do you have lethal?
We have
Because-
lethal. We swing with everybody.
Yeah, but if they're 1 card that can prevent lethal, we look really silly. Which is literally what happened with you against me a couple
Yeah.
days
All right. You're bringing back these terrible memories.
Yeah.
But we can
So-
play 2 of those.
Yeah, I think just play 2 of those swinging in the air. Just play it slow. And if he attacks with a 7/7 again, I chump with the 2/3. Okay, just play 2 flyers. If he attacks with just 1 unit, I'm throwing everything in front of it. Well, everything on the ground. Do you want to, like, no, I don't want to mentor because that exhausts my guy and that doesn't actually do anything for this turn. So I
I could mentor him and kill that.
I don't like that. I don't think it's necessary. No, Poacher's Menagerie, that's late. A little too late. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to block as much. 3/3 blocks the 2/5 just to flip it. Just to right, that flips it. And just throw. I would throw both of the 3/2s and nothing else into the 7/7.
Oh, just to make sure that he can't get through.
Yeah, just to make sure he doesn't have somewhere overwhelmed, whatever. And it looks weird, but
No, I get it though. It's a safety.
yeah, playing for those last like 0.5% of winning chances is what I'm about. Back in the day, I wasn't known for that. So like, if you have a play that's 98% to win and another play that's 99.5%, I will do my best to find those 1.5%.
Go for the statistics.
All right, so we are officially up on top. We're 6 and 5.
Yep.
Let's do a couple more at least.
Sure. Yeah, we've been at it for about 3 hours, so I wasn't sure how much time you had allocated for the day, but I don't want to I don't want to take up more of your evening than we need to. It's been awesome for sure. So
I got about like 20 more minutes before I have to go.
okay, cool. Well, we'll just keep rolling then. Oh, that
Yeah, his hand's not bad.
no, it's not.
Yeah, I think we inscribed turn 1.
I was about to say the same thing. I think we inscribed turn 1.
Yeah, because 2 and 3 are already accounted for. 4 and 5 are also already accounted for.
Yeah.
And we can actually play this curve. Look at this curve.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Reckless. So, yeah, we play... Okay, so the argument is if we play the Majestic Skies and play Archive Curator next turn, Archive Curator will be a 2-5, and the 2-2 will run into it and die for free.
I'm on the other side of the fence. I say we play Stormcrasher, block here because I don't give a shit about this 2-2. Stop that guy from Reckless from getting through, and then turn 3 we play that.
I mean, it is turn 3. In turn
yeah,
4,
okay.
Yeah, turn 4 you play Majestic Skies and save the Curator to actually silence something. Yeah, it's your call. I think both plays have merit, and I guess the old me from a few years ago would actually spend the whole turn figuring out which one is better, like figuring out what tricks they could have and so on and so forth. But
Give me 1 second, brother. I got a call coming in.
okay.
Let's cut you down to size.
That's quite enough.
An ill omen.
All right. Well, that was a great win. We did good there.
Yep, there's a couple plays I didn't agree with. I think you could have drawn the 8-drop and played it. That would be the first time we ever cast it. But a win is a win. We'll take that. Move
Yeah,
on.
I like to go wide instead of pigeonhole myself into the.
Didn't we just have this exact opening hand that we mulliganed last time?
Yeah.
That we're going to mulligan this time?
We'll mulligan it again. That's great
Ugh.
and terrible at the same time. Like, what do you want to do? Well, we got 5 power, you see? So by default, we're going to draw 9 more.
So I think it's better to have too much power than too little, because most of the cards in your deck is not power.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, yeah, we're top decking just hero status. But
Yeah.
We need this to be a time.
Yes, we do.
Cool. Got that freaking diamond chest. I loved that. That was perfect.
Yep. I'm starting to think the 8-drop is a mistake. I'm not sure if it's the best card for our winning chances, but it's fun. Like, we have we have that. So I think we keep it in. It's not all about winning.
Right.
Just playing
Yeah.
8-drop to send a message.
What's this for? It's to send a message.
All right. So we're probably going to be playing Snapping Brushstalker for the next 7 turns, because they're going to have spells.
Yeah, you notice that, huh? I feel like I dropped this.
I drop it. Yeah. You don't have any other flyers right now,
Right.
And you do need a board presence. If you had another flyer, it would be different, because you are short on cards. You drew 5 power at the start, and you do want to have 2 of them if possible. But we can't always play for those idealistic scenarios. All right, just drop the 5/5. It's gonna get bounced, but who cares? There is an argument to holding back the 2/2 in case the 5/5 gets bounced. You can double block the 3/3, but I don't think so. I think you just get in.
Yeah, we're just get in. We're in there like swimwear. We're gonna try to make it work. No shit. I am impressed.
Wow. Well,
Played right into this.
that's gonna die. And they apparently didn't have a spell, so they have no spells. Oh wow, you can get rid of their.
We're bombing everything. We're gonna bomb
Yeah.
that. We're gonna bomb this. Like,
I like killing the 2/1 in the air more than the 2 on the
for
ground.
sure, for sure.
Yeah. And we do kill it now.
We're keeping that, baby.
Yeah, we keep that. Yep. Swing everybody. And hope their Rivet Fringe doesn't draw them into something amazing.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this wonderful RNG game that is Eternal. I swear to God, you just get legendary stupid weapons with cards like that. Like,
Yeah, well, when I play it, I get counting room. All right, so attack, and you have to decide if you want to play Intruder Alarm as a power.
I feel like I do.
I think you do, yeah, because you do have a 6 next turn. Wait, you didn't play it as a power. You played it just to play it.
Yeah, well, oops. It should like. Are you sure you don't want to inscribe this? Like,
well, you can't. It's the fast spell window. You could have only played it as a non-power.
yeah, I know. You're right. I mean, you're 100% right.
just hope he bounces. Oh wow. Well, that actually doesn't matter. Oh,
let's go.
Okay, well, I guess if you can top deck like that, you don't need me. You don't need my advice. You just top deck.
just swing.
Yeah, I think swinging is correct, even though he gains life, because it's board. It's the board. Just take care of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then we're getting through.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't wipe the board. He did not wipe the board. We win.
Hooray!
No, we win in a few different ways.
Conceded instant speed. We'll take the W. That's excellent. Well, ever since the game decided to break itself and then get repaired, we've been on a very good streak here.
Yeah, we're on a win streak of 6 games.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, I got time for one more, and then I gotta go. Yeah, it's kind of. I'm not gonna say it's disappointing. I'm gonna say there's a few things we had planned that we didn't get to, but no, this is good enough. This is fun.
Oh no! This leaves the door open for another collaboration on a different day. I would definitely do this again with you. I've had a great time. For myself personally, to have someone else to just talk to and bounce things off of, it gives a lot of value to my time. And it's not the same for you because you're just watching via Discord, and so I really do appreciate you coming and hanging out and spending time with me. It does mean a lot. And the 80 viewers that we have tuning in right now for this stream is a definite sign that there's a lot of people that are here to support you. So you're not alone, brother. There's a lot of people that think you're the goat. Think you're the goat, and they're happy that you're here hanging out. So it's a great thing for everybody.
Yeah, thanks everyone for the great support. Maybe I'll do this again. Maybe, yeah. Let's see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll talk. I mean, we don't have to set anything up right at this moment, but just I will definitely table this again. Maybe we'll do something out of our comfort zone, like we'll draft or something silly.
Yeah, we'll do like a themed draft, as silly as that is.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Like, doesn't matter what happens, we are gonna draft green.
No, I have forced. So like when I lost like a few drafts in a row, I was on tilt, and I just forced 15 power stone scar, just no card above 4 cost.
Oh my god,
that actually worked. I got 7 wins with that.
That's funny. That's really funny. I don't hate this.
I don't hate it. I don't love it either.
It's
but
slow,
going first, it's fine. But you have as a second hand, I keep this. As a first hand, I like the mulligan.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I didn't. Ooh,
this is fine. You have a scout for power.
Yeah, that's true.
It's haphazard, but it's not as risky as going to 6. And I think this is better than the first hand.
I agree wholeheartedly. Well,
okay. I guess, yeah, Majestic Skies.
Yeah, let's get that out there. Green power would be really nice.
Blink Wolf. Oh, I haven't seen that card in a while. Yeah, I think whether you main face it, okay, you bottom that. Whether you main face it or do it on his turn, I don't think it matters that much. Yeah, I think pass is the right play.
Okay, I'm with it.
Because you're not gonna, if you look at your hand, you're not gonna win this game by getting a 2-1 on the board and chipping away with it. That's just not your game plan.
We go for green, yeah.
Green and pass again, I think. There is an argument to running out the Talon, but it is outweighed.
I think I run out the Talon just because.
I don't, because he might be holding Thunder Pop, and you just gave him. He skipped 4 power, and you just gave him a way to spend 2 power that he otherwise would not have been able to spend.
That's very insightful. You are correct.
Yeah, you saw the pause on 2, did you not?
Oh,
and you could have gotten rid of that.
Yeah, all right, sweet.
Well,
we could have.
That might have lost the game. You have to decide now if you want to run out the 2-1 in case you draw power, you can pick it up right away, or if you want to hold.
Well, I want to get some kind of board presence out there.
I like running out the 2-1, but it's not looking good.
No, it's not great. It's a little rough.
No, it's looking even worse now.
Dude. Oh my goodness.
And none of this would have happened if you just didn't run out the Talon. At least you got your 4th power, but I think it's too little too late.
Yeah. None of this would have happened. I think we make that a Raven.
It'll still have the weapon. You're not really. I mean, you hope to draw another power so you can kill it with the 4/4 weapon. And I think if you don't draw power this turn, you lose.
Oh yeah, we're up shit creek. It's bad.
I'm pretty sure you just lose anyway. At least you can get rid of the 6/3, but you're just dead to damage. Yeah, the funny part is that even if you played correctly, you lost anyway. He's got a legendary, and he can actually activate it.
Yeah.
And you're not beating that. Although, he did draw 2 extra cards, so maybe he wouldn't even have had it if... No. Okay, I don't want to end on this. Let's do one more.
Should'ves and could'ves. Alright,
Yeah, I mean, you're dead.
Yeah, it's done. Oh man, that was a trying time for sure. We should have just ended on the streak. We were doing so good.
Why would you quit when you're on a win streak?
Because we're on a winning streak, and it's the best time to quit. It's what the cool kids do.
No, the cool kids never quit. They just play Eternal 24/7.
Yes, I'll put that in the chat. You're not cool unless you play Eternal 24/7. Dude,
Good hand.
we hold that.
Yeah,
That's too good. I got the cool kid glasses on right now, so like we're ready to go. This is serious business. Oh my god! Let's go! We got the colors.
Yeah, it's not actually clear what you play for turn 3, but turn 2 you just play Majestic Skies.
Yeah.
Like for
Well,
turn 3,
we ramp into 6 as fast as possible, hoping that we draw.
Yeah, I think ramp is reasonable. It also fixes all your colors.
Yeah. We pray for a flyer on draw. That's what we're looking for right now.
No problem.
Ooh, that is who cares? You have a couple of options here.
It's this, and we bomb that just for the sake of we can. But it's a terrible waste.
How much do you how much are you scared of a 1/4?
I'm not scared. I've never been scared. I feel like I play this guy.
I think my play is Huru Stranger, hold up Thunder Pop for something he plays. If I can't spend the Thunder Pop, whatever, I play 3 platoons next turn. Or I can even just dig with the I can draw with the relic. If I can't play Thunder Pop, I'll bottom anything that's not a flyer.
Oh yeah, let's go get a flyer next turn with this, so that way we can use the Unleash feature of that.
I mean, that's a nice idea if you're not facing anything that you need to answer. Oh, I guess.
I think we Thunder Pop that right now.
I like that. But I mean, he's gonna kill one of your guys and probably gonna kill the ramp. But that's still fine. I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah, -2. I don't want that.
Do you not?
I kind of do. Because we need to get to 6.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your ramp. So fine. I think it's okay. Oh wow, he didn't kill your ramp.
What a move!
Well, okay, I respect that. I mean, I might not agree with it, but I respect his. Okay, anyway, I'll play 3 platoons, I believe.
Yeah.
And don't attack with anything.
No, we chill.
And we're 1 power off of being able to play the Line Breaker if you want to tutor for that. The 5/6 flyer.
Our 8 drop that we have yet to actually play yet. All right.
Yeah, that we never actually played once.
That'll be the finale of the stream. We'll get it out.
We'll play it. We don't care if we win or lose. We just want to play that card.
We're not here for the wins. We're here for the feels.
It might not actually be a bad play, because if you want a flyer to survive for the Griffin, you want to pick the biggest one.
True.
Oh wow, okay, let's do it. I don't care if it's right.
I don't care.
Let's go.
Let's go. And all we have are 2 1s to mentor. It's such bullshit.
It's fine. Gain 1 armor.
I'm gonna mentor his dude. I hope that's cool. Hope you don't mind, game. We're just gonna let that happen.
Oh, that's only a 3/3 flyer.
We got him dead to rights.
We got a 6/7 flyer.
You've got to be shitting me. We're sitting here at the power living.
So do you mentor? I think you mentor your ramp guy, because you're not gonna block with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no reason not to. And next turn we can have three 3/3s in the air if the 6/7 doesn't die.
True. And we can use Dragon's Breath on him to blow up the 5/5.
Yeah, at some point. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just one turn at a time. Hope it lives.
I always plan
There's-
3 turns ahead. This is chess.
They have so many possible ways to answer it.
I mean, not when he's playing dudes like that.
This has cost you to do 14 power. No, 16 power, right? 2 for the Majestic Skies, 6 to draw, and 8 to actually. It lived! It lived!
We're good. We're doing it. We're going to get 3 of these boys out.
Yeah, I think you swing the 6/7. I think he's trying to block it. Actually, do you swing the 6/7? Because I think he has the saddle up.
Yeah, no, we chill. Because I'm going to use the 6/7 as a mentor on the next turn.
Okay, let's chill.
Yeah.
You also have the Stone Skin to blow up. Oh, well, that's not a saddle up. Maybe I was wrong.
It's fine.
Nope,
Like,
nope, no saddle up. No pause on 3.
What you doing there, buddy? What you up to? What you thinking?
Now, do you actually want to blow up the 5/5, or do you want to blow up the 1/4? The 5/5, I don't like. How relevant is the 5/5? If the 5/5 lives forever, do you care?
Yeah, I care.
Okay, it's about sending a message at this point.
Yeah, right. We're here to send a message.
Okay, so I guess mentor the 6/7, blow up the 5/5, and Stone Skin something to get past the 3/3 in the air.
Well, you know what? Yeah, that's the move. That's what we do.
Okay, might not be optimal, but we don't care at this point.
It's optimal.
Yeah, attack with everything in the air. If he blocks, you
we
kill it.
stone skin it. Yeah.
Stone Skin. And this is a 2-turn clock in the air, I think. Actually, no, it says 2-turn clock. Even if he spends 5 power gaining 2 armor each turn. So he probably won't be doing that.
Oh, he got us.
No, that's alright. Fine with it. And you're gonna lose 2 2/1s to 2 1/1s because they have taunt.
Yep.
But I don't think you care. You have so much life. It's not even gonna swing
He's
the
not
1/1s.
even interested. Like,
Why not?
I hold
Alright.
this just because I wanted to play around a card. Like, it's not like I need the power.
Yeah, I think holding it is fine. You don't have another Unleash, do you?
No.
Yeah, holding it is fine. Oh, no, he realized.
That's, what a
Alright.
play.
Okay, sure, that's alright. I don't think he has enough attack points in play to really win this race.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I could be wrong, but yeah. Okay, so the relic weapon will die to the attacks this turn.
Yeah.
Soon.
2-turn clock.
Oh, I think he's. Ooh. All right.
he's not too bad you can't turn your own stuff into ravens.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, have a little 2/2 Raven flyer. That'd be fine.
All right, so just attack and hope he doesn't draw something amazing.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't draw some kind of crazy bomb.
Inward.
Oh, that could. Oh no, that doesn't help. Okay. All right, I think we're gonna end on that. I'm out of time.
I
And
definitely agree. I think it's been an awesome stream. We will end on that note, on a very good, very high note. Everyone
Yep.
tuning in, I am Cornnut, joined by special guest Buckwheat. Check us out. I stream on Twitch. I've got some videos on YouTube. Buckwheat puts out tons of content on both Reddit and Eternal Warcry. He's got write-ups for all of his decks. Is there anything you want to hear say out to all of our listeners and everybody tuning in?
Well, thanks everyone for the great support. I definitely did not expect such a huge turnout. How many viewers do we have?
We have 85 right now. I think total people that came through, I think we had over 200.
Wow. I much appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully we can do this more in the future. For now, I am out of time. So thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Thank you guys all for tuning in and hanging out. It's everybody's saying do it. We got to do it again. So there's a lot of support here, and it's awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out and supporting both of us. It was kind of on a whim that I reached out to Buckwheat, and I'm very, very happy that we did. It's been great for everybody. So Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be on later tonight. So keep an eye out for me. And then I'll probably end up playing Buckwheat again one of these days because we're catching him on the leaderboards eventually, right?
Eventually. I'll be waiting.
Eventually. All right, brother. Well, hey, thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. I'm going to end the stream there, and everybody else have a great night.